Hello, fellow homebrewers. JP here, and I want to introduce to you the brand new Brew-Built X1 Conical Series available at More Beer. More Beer sells the highest standard in homebrewing equipment, and the Brew-Built Conicals are just that. They're made from mirror-polished 304 stainless steel, and they come with loads of features that you and I have been looking for. They have a full 2-inch bottom dump valve, which will eliminate your clogging issues, while the sturdy base includes 4 reinforced legs, just like those big Pro tanks do. More Beer also carries the Brew-Built line of options and add-ons like casters, pressure kits, and even external glycol chillers. So you can find out more about the new Brew-Built X1 Conical Unitanks by going over to morebeer.com for detailed videos on the entire line of Brew-Built Conicals. You can trust Brew-Built with your next fermentation, and you can trust More Beer to find the right conical for you. Brew-Built at morebeer.com.
Today's Sunday session is brought to you thanks to the fine folks at More Beer. Visit them right now at morebeer.com.
If you really want to be one of the best brewers there is,
I stopped dressing all in plastic.
You better be brewing 5 to 6 times a week.
Every beer is made with love, and it begs to be appreciated.
I need something to kill the salmonella I'm kind of worried about in the eggs.
Do you find that that the hops kind of clash with the chicken embryo you put in there?
I might sleep here tonight.
It's a California King. There's plenty of room for both of us, Beavis.
How many of the brewers over there have seen your ass?
That's it. Someone's getting cut tonight.
All I have to say is, hey, McDonald's, how you doing?
Now, live from the Brewing Network studios in Northern California, this is the radio program for home brewers, craft brewers, beer lovers, and beer geeks. It's your only source for live beer radio that brings expert brewers together with, well, expert drinkers. This is the radio program with a head on it. This is The Session.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to the Brewing Network Sunday Session. I'm your host this evening, Justin Crosley. Along with my co-hosts, we got JP and Tasty and Beardy. All of our co-hosts are sober tonight.
We're here. We're here and we're sober and we're ready to get loose.
That's what you think.
If you've been a listener for a while, you'll know who's missing by me saying all of our co-hosts are sober.
We start sober, and we're pretty good. We're good. We're pretty good. We're solid drinkers. We know what we're doing.
Well, our guest tonight though brought they're big on Imperial IPA.
Yeah.
Imperial Stout. And,
right.
And then IPAs.
And then IPAs. Yeah, I saw the list. Nothing under 7%.
Right.
Yeah.
So it could get
ready.
Could get fun. Yeah, we've got Moksa Brewing Company in the studio with us. A great new brewery. They're brand new, but have really been making waves. And I just was at a beer festival this weekend with Beardy, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
Excuse me, up in Sacramento.
Oh, the Capital Festival.
Yeah, yep. And Moksa had quite a line right from the beginning.
Yeah.
So people really excited about them, and we're excited to have them in the studio. They're from Rocklin, California, which is a place.
North of Sacramento.
Yeah. It's up there.
Yeah.
So great show with them, and we'll have some good beer. Today's program, of course, is brought to you by More Beer. You can go to morebeer.com and check them out. And for years, the folks at More Beer have been leading the charge when it comes to cool and unique homebrewing equipment, like the RoboBrew, the easiest way to brew all grain made from stainless steel. The RoboBrew allows you to make 9 gallons of beer all in one vessel, from boil to mash to cooling. The RoboBrew is truly self-contained. If you're thinking about getting into all grain, you should consider it. Or up your fermentation game with the all-new Fermentosaurus Plastic Conical. Has a 9-gallon capacity, a stainless steel stand, a sturdy butterfly dump valve at the bottom, and the best part is it'll hold up to 35 psi. Check out these awesome innovations and more over at morebeer.com. And while you're there, don't forget to thank them for supporting us all these years. We pretty much exist because of those guys, I would say.
I would agree.
They birthed JP and gave him to us.
They did. They molded me. They pulled me out of the riverbed and shaped me.
And they won't take you back.
No, they won't. I've tried several times. They won't do it.
We've all tried.
Yeah.
But good guys over there, and JP's all right, too.
Debatable.
So went to the Capitol Beer Festival, and...
sounds good.
Beardy ran out of beer real fast.
That's a badge of honor.
It was amazing.
Well, when you bring
not just that, but
when you bring other people's beer, you run out of it pretty quickly.
Yeah,
just bring half kegs. You're the first to run out.
Those people were so dedicated. It rained really hard there.
Yeah,
and they had their ponchos ready and were still willing to just stand in lines.
When was it? On Saturday?
Yes.
Yeah, we had a huge storm out here. It hailed in Oakland for a good 20 minutes, dude. So I can only imagine what you guys got up there in Sacramento.
There wasn't any hail, but it was definitely cold and windy and raining. And I still bet there was 7,000 people at this festival.
Yeah.
And I had people ask me, how was the fest when I came back and said I was there, and I was like, I hate beer festivals now. I don't know why I went. I think I went to help Beardy or something, but
still not sure.
I'm still not sure. Why do people do these things? Oh, by the way, we have a beer fest coming up. I'll tell you all
Ours will
about
be
it.
different.
I'll tell you all about it in a minute.
Yeah, well, hey, whenever our beer fest is, just shoot over the hill, hang out with me, dude. We'll make some pizzas and hang out, and that's the best way to do a beer fest. Is just
I agree.
Is to buy a ticket and not go.
This whole waiting in line for the beers and the cold and the people. The people were actually real nice.
Especially the cold. That'll kill me right away at a beer. Like I'm not in. Like I don't like waiting in line anyway. But a beer fest, it's like okay, it's a festival atmosphere. Everyone's fun and kind of feeling themselves, and it's a cool time to people watch and kind of be a part of something. Like, I don't know what.
Yeah.
But as soon as it's cold, if I got to put a coat on, I can't do it.
Yeah.
I can't do it. I'm definitely not putting a fucking poncho on. No, I'm the guy texting. I'm walking back to the car going, I want a refund because it's too cold. I can't do it.
Yeah. We will give no refunds due to weather. But yeah.
What's this line thing you speak of? I mean, it's like some sort of cue or some sort of.
Yeah, see, I can't do the
I don't mind at all. I have no pride.
Right. But also, like more people know you anyway, Tasty. Like people know me, but I have to go up and go. No, I'm Justin. Who? From the Brewing Network. The what? The beer conglomerate. The brewers place. And then they know. But so by then, though, I'm already like that guy, like standing back there asking for.
You know who I am? Yeah.
So if I know the people, I'll go up.
No,
and say,
I just go to where I know.
Yeah.
And then there's a brewery on each side of them. You get to know them while you're there, and next thing you know, you've got the whole place.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the conversation we had when you asked me for a ticket.
You're like,
Justin,
who are you?
I
was like, Beardy, what, did you get a new phone? I know I'm on you.
I'm right in front of you. What?
Yeah, it was kind of fun, There was some good beer there. That was cool. And anyway, that's what I did for the weekend.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
You got out.
I got
you rubbed elbows with the plebes. I appreciate that.
Yeah. I got a lot of beer events coming up, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
Announcements today brought to you by Drake's Brewing Company. We love them over at Drake's. You can go to drinkdrakes.com, and they are a sponsor of this year's Spring Brews Festival. In fact, they're a stage sponsor, so they're helping to bring you some of the music. One of the bands is Schumann's new band.
Oh, cool.
For those of you longtime listeners, again, our old friend Schumann is still alive, and his band is going to play. And then one of the guys who works here, his brother's band is also going to play. I saw him play at Vinny's a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Despite that, he's really good. So we got a good lineup of music this year. We got food. We got all of it. You can go to thebrewingnetwork.com and get your tickets today before they sell out. They're on sale there. If you want to go to our VIP hour, go over to the Hop Grenade Facebook page and you'll see how to do that, because you can get a combo ticket if you come into the Hop Grenade and buy your tickets here. You save a little bit of cash and you can go to both. We got a great lineup of beers for an hour and a half before the festival here at the Hop Grenade. Then the festival starts.
Don't you get like a VIP entry into the festival as well?
Yeah, you collect your glass, your wristband, and then your own entrance, so you don't have to wait in line. So it's worth it, but you can only buy the VIP package here at the Hop Grenade in Concord. You got to come in and do that. You can't do it online. So come on in, or just go to breweryNetwork.com, get yourself tickets. It's going to be a great day. We do still need some volunteers, too. We have a lot of volunteers, but I'm trying to streamline some things, especially that line. So the more volunteers, the better. You get free entry into the festival. You only have to work for 2 hours of the festival, which leaves you another 2 hours, which is plenty to go drink, and you get it for free. So if you want to do that, email Bevo at thebrewingnetwork.com. That's BEEVO at thebrewingnetwork.com, and she'll get you on our volunteer list, which gets you free entry. Tasty is curating Tasty's Tasting Room once again. Homebrew is back at our festival.
In force, above 40, 50 homebrews, all pouring at the same time.
Yeah, it'll be great. It always is, and
right into the gutter.
Most popular booth at the fest most times.
It is,
and it's there was no valid reason that it was gone last year. People keep asking me, how did you get it changed? How did you get it? Well, I didn't, and in fact, and I didn't call the woman out on this, but basically I asked her this year, I said, hey, I heard that you let another event do this and that maybe you found the right law. And she said, yeah, I found this law, and she numbered the law, and she said, this says that you guys can do it. And I said, oh, you mean the same law I sent you last year?
Yeah.
The exact same. Do you mean the exact sentence I pointed out to you last year? And she said, well, yeah, the ABC cleared it. Oh, do you mean in the email I sent you from the ABC last year?
Wow.
So everything was identical.
Yeah.
I think what happened was that another California county interpreted it the correct way, and so she felt off the hook to go ahead and interpret it the correct way. But boy, are they afraid of doing anything slightly different. Because even last year when she said, well, the other counties aren't doing this, and I knew what the law said, and I knew what it meant, and I had this letter from the ABC, I got it all lined up, and she said, well, the other counties aren't doing it. And I was like, I'm not even exaggerating here. This is your chance to do something different. Yeah. This is your chance to be the leading county in California.
Right. By the way, it's the thing you've been doing already.
Yeah.
It's not even different. It's the same as you've been doing.
It is. And she just laughed. Oh, we can't do things differently.
Right.
Okay.
Who gets into public service to do things differently?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we missed a year. It's really sad.
We missed a year, and I was real bummed about it. And I was frustrated, too, but you have to remain polite the whole way through because I knew that there was a chance I could still get this done. And so I just had to, last year, I knew the decision was wrong. I knew she wasn't reading the law right, and I still had to bite my tongue and say, well, thank you for your help. I appreciate all your time on this. And anyhow, this year, we're back. Legally.
Cool.
I should have just done it last year.
Yeah, right. It would have been legal last year.
It would have been. I would have been like, you know what? Well, I'm not taking my booth down. You can sue me, fine me, whatever. I'll take you to court.
Right.
Yeah. Which, of course, I wouldn't do. That's a lot of effort.
Yeah, well, no.
Yeah.
Well, you need money for that shit.
Yeah. Well, no. It's our friend, the lawyer.
Doc, are you sober?
Not really.
Okay. You can't sit in on our guest interview tonight.
Okay. I'm pretty good.
I don't know. Last show, you stomped all over the guest. They looked at me uncomfortably. And so I've been waiting to see your state when you came in here. And you have
I'll be good.
I don't know if you're going to be good.
Can we make them walk the line and say shit backwards?
Yeah. I'll be good.
Let's get some blue and red lights going in here. Let's go. Let's just do this.
All right, but I'm going to monitor the situation.
Like usual?
Yeah, and you're going to have... Well,
he was giving you a look last time.
I'm going to ask you to leave if you're not okay.
Should we have a code word for that?
Yeah, what's the code word?
Like Mississauga or... So like if you say Mississauga, then Doc knows like... Okay, that's I gotta go.
Just say
now.
Doc leave.
Keep it simple.
Keep it simple.
Say security.
I'll be good.
All right, I'm just checking.
Keep it sober.
Keep it sober, simple.
10.
Fine.
All right, go to thebrewingnetwork.com, get tickets to the festival. It's going to be a good time. You can hang out with Doc there. Neither him or I will be sober at that event.
I talked my Uber driver into going. So
did you just now?
Wait a second.
On the way over? That's great. One more ticket sold.
He's like, yeah. Sure.
Okay.
You gonna tip me, dude?
We've got a couple new shirts available for sale in the Brewing Network store. We got Sour Hour shirts for those of you Sour Hour fans, and a couple other regular Brewing Network shirts. Go check it out and buy them up, and then we'll order some more. We're going to try to rotate a lot of different designs this year. So check it out. You can do your Amazon shopping through us. Just click the Amazon link in the homepage, and it's a great way to support the Brewing Network by doing what you do already. You can also subscribe and join the BN Army, which enters you into the More Beer monthly donation giveaway. We pick a winner every month, and you get $100 to go spend at More Beer. Make sure your email address is up to date in PayPal if you're a subscriber, because that's how we let you know if you won. And some of you missed that email, and we discover you don't have the right email address. I hate for you to miss out on your $100. All right, get info and photos and weird things over on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Send feedback to feedback@thebrewingnetwork.com. You can send show ideas there, positive feedback, negative feedback, pics of you and your animals. I don't really care. Send it all over to feedback@thebrewingnetwork.com. JP loves to read it.
I do. I really do.
Yeah.
I treasure it very much.
All right, and do we have a Twitter game today?
We do.
Great. Twitter game is brought to you today by craftbeer.com, whose mission is to tell the stories behind America's small and independent breweries and the cities and businesses that support them. It's a community full of passion, authenticity, creativity, and camaraderie. Explore the world of American craft beer at craftbeer.com. What's our Twitter game?
Well, Justin, I don't know if you knew this or not. I mean, you are very well. You're in tune with what's happening. You're a hip dude.
Thank you.
Okay,
Justin?
I imagine. Well, if it's a feel-good segment, Warren. Thanks. The Oscars were on last night.
Oh, I heard about that.
Yeah, you heard about that. Yeah. And so I remember Taryn sitting there reading the list of the winners to me, and I'm like, I've never heard of not only these movies but the actors in them.
Okay,
made me feel very out of touch.
Yeah.
So today I want to know, if the BN made a movie, what award would we win?
Okay. At the Oscars.
At the sure.
Yeah.
Anything. Give me an award. Give us an award. We want to make a movie for you.
I like it.
But we want to know preemptively what award we're going to win before we make the movie.
And they can make up an award,
of course.
I assume.
Yes, yes, definitely.
Okay. That's a good one.
Thanks.
And don't
Is that a
forget,
question?
Is that a good one? I like it.
All right.
I like the woman who won Best Actress. The Fargo actress won. She's cool.
Melissa Tinsdale?
Yeah.
Is that her name?
I don't know. I just literally made that up.
McDormand or something?
Yeah.
Bevo's trying to talk without
Neil
a microphone.
McDormand?
Bevo's pulling a doc and just talking without a microphone.
Having issues.
Yeah.
It's Frances McDormand.
Oh, yeah.
I watched her speech. It's pretty good.
Was it good?
Yeah.
I like her.
But did you watch her movie?
Yeah, what was the movie?
I didn't see.
I watched Fargo.
Yeah, that's the first Oscar she won.
The movie is like the longest name. It's 3 billboards outside something, Missouri.
That's
Yeah.
the name?
Yeah, I think it's called 3 Billboards right outside Tasty's old house in Missouri.
That's a long name.
Missouri, where
Yeah.
he did the washing.
Yeah, exactly.
Next to the crick.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
She's cool.
Yeah.
That's all I know. And I only know because it popped up in my feed, and I think she's a cool actress, and she's like 60-something years old and killing it still, and I thought that was cool.
Murderer.
Like, you know, she's not like some hot chick, like, winning because she's a hot chick. Like,
Right.
She just apparently did a good job.
Real actor.
That's good. Hey, that's rare.
If she was hot, she would have won it 20 years ago. Or
That's true.
She
30
did.
years ago.
She
Oh,
did.
she did.
She
Oh.
did. Yeah.
It was her second. She won it for Fargo.
Yeah.
All right.
She wasn't that hot in Fargo.
No, not at all.
No, but oh geez.
Well, good for her.
Yeah.
It was. It's like every movie that comes up with
Here we go.
the
Ramp up.
shut up, Jim. I've never seen any of the ones that get nominated.
Yeah.
For the best ones.
I didn't see any of them.
I'm
either.
like, what? Who? What?
Yeah. I think like 3 movies took it all, but our listeners don't care. They either watched it or they don't care.
Yeah.
I heard The Shape of Water was good.
Yeah.
There was like frog sex or something.
Frog sex?
Why didn't you say so?
Now I'm into that shit right
Show's
now.
over. We're going to the
There's
theater.
like human and amphibian sex.
Okay.
It's like a fish man.
So no
Interesting.
frogs.
Yeah, very interesting.
Oversold already.
Whatever.
All right. How about a little feedback?
Let's do feedback. Very little feedback.
Feedback's brought to you today by John at the Beer Law Center. You can go to beerlawcenter.com and check it out. He can protect your trademark like he does ours or do your TTB filings. A lot of people have sent me feedback about John saying thanks for letting us know about him. Oh. And that's because he's great. He's working on a new one for me now. Some clothing company on social media, literally called Hop Grenade Clothing. Whoa. And they apparently went all out too, because they have photos of all kinds of Hop Grenade merchandise. That's going to cost them a pretty penny. You go ahead and just send that to me.
Yeah. So what do you? I mean, maybe you can't talk about it, but what do you do in that specific scenario when they've clearly printed shirts and that's the name of their company and all this kind of stuff? What do you?
Well,
you're not. I imagine you're not going to go, oh, you can just sell it all and then
send me a check.
In the past, if I feel that nothing was done maliciously and that they genuinely, even though I don't agree with the premise that you shouldn't do your due diligence and find out about our thing. If I feel that they just made that mistake, I've actually in the past let people sell their merchandise. I'm not trying to make anybody lose money. These ones, however, there's no way they didn't know. It's just impossible. And the way I found out about them was a listener had let me know and said, hey, I even posted on their page, you guys aren't the Brewing Network, and they deleted his post and banned him. So I'm waiting to hear back. John's working on it, and I don't know what's going to happen, but no, you can't sell anything. I'll give you the address to ship it all to.
Right.
Sorry that your stupidity cost you a bunch of money, and good luck in your next thievery endeavor.
Yeah, absolutely.
But in the past, I'm usually pretty cool. I'm like, look, guys, obviously this was a mistake. Why don't you sell off what you got? We'll call it a day. Leave it alone. Like I said, I'm not trying to make anyone go bankrupt.
Right. Well, why not?
Unless they deserve it.
When they knew right off.
Yeah, these people knew. Yeah. People knew. But we'll see what John says. He's good at it. Go to beerlawcenter.com. Beerlawcenter.com. All right. Joel writes in about our new show here on the Brewing Network, Heads and Tails.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's JP and Beardy's new show about distilling. And he says, I've been listening and learning from the BN for quite a few years now. Signed up as a private almost right away. Thanks for doing that. And he says, I'm enjoying Heads and Tails now and saw the article, Can You Make Aged Spirits in a Week? In this issue of Whiskey Advocate with Brian Davis of Lost Spirits. Was he a guest or something? Is that why this is relevant? Okay.
Yep, exactly right. He was on our third show, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Got it. And anyway, he says, thanks for all you do for the craft and entertainment. So, another fan of Heads and Tails for you guys.
Pretty good.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah.
3.
All right. That was a good one. All right, Aaron writes in with a shirt idea. I read through this one ahead of time, and it was kind of painful.
Steal his idea.
Yeah, it was a little bit, but I don't know.
Much. I'll just read it. Here we go.
Yeah.
Aaron says, "Hey freaks, I was listening to your show and somehow came up with the weirdest idea for a BN shirt. Here we go. It would be awesome to have Bevo in her BN beanie and sweatshirt preparing a crock pot dinner of Philly cheesesteak. Placed seamlessly next to her would be a carboy labeled lager with a fermentation strip reading 65 degrees. The background would be almost as good. Beardy would be handing Eli Trinkle his Catfish Wrangling Awards. While hanging his awards up, Eli would be riding a unicycle on a tightrope. Thanks for reading this elaborate and somewhat dull idea. I thought you might love it or hate it. Keep it up. If you decide to do this, please let me know. Well, first of all, it sounds like the most expensive T-shirt to print in the world.
Oh, my God. Can you imagine?
Very busy.
And I do like all of the inside information and jokes there. You're definitely showing your fandomhood, or whatever it's called.
Yeah. String them all together, baby.
Yeah, but it'll never happen. Thank you for the idea. And finally, Pat writes in another one about Heads and Tails. Hey, finally got around to listening to the first 5 episodes that you guys have up. Great show, and looking forward to the next few episodes. And he gives a few suggestions of distillers.
Oh.
Brickway Distilling, which is out of Omaha, Nebraska.
We could do that.
Yeah.
Created by a guy we've had on the show, Zach Tremert of Lucky Bucket Brewing. We had him on a while ago.
Yeah.
And Tattersale in Minneapolis.
Tattersale, yeah, that's where Warren and I went to, and Blobber went to during NHC.
Oh, okay.
Good stuff. We talked to them about it. We're going to get them on at some point too.
Yes, I am working on Tattersale already.
Got it.
Yeah,
good
they'll
stuff.
be coming up.
Good stuff over there.
Well, thanks for the suggestions. They're already halfway there.
Yeah. So back off, Mom.
Right. Yeah, give us time.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Which means there's a good chance they'll get all the way there.
It's a good chance. I don't know. I'm old and Warren's blind. We can't together. We're not very good.
Yeah. Is that why?
Sure. It's a very sanitized, distilled version.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right. Before we go to break, JP, how is Almost Babyland doing? Is everybody okay?
Oh, God. Almost Babyland is fine. Yes.
Okay.
Taryn, she wrote to me today in chat. She's like, I'm like, when is your last day at work? She goes, March 15th. I'm like, well, the baby's due March 24th. That's kind of close. She goes, yeah, but the way that maternity leave works is that you get 80% or 60% or something like that of your
pay. Yeah.
You don't get a lot. It's not a lot. And you have to pay for your portion of health care. So we have to pony up like an extra $200 because that's what her company pays for, so we can have anyway. So she's like, yeah. So I extended it, but I think I should have been home by now because she's tired and like her hands hurt, her joints are swelling because apparently your body releases something called relaxatonin.
Oh, that sounds great.
Yeah, to like lube your joints up to get ready for the spread out, right?
Yeah.
And she's miserable right now.
Oh,
she's miserable, but you know. Yeah, that's what I keep telling her. I was like, you think it's bad now, dude? Treasure this.
Yeah,
treasure this.
Ain't there.
I need some Relaxatonin.
You do. You get your joints all swelling up. She's a little tired, but everyone's good, man. We're in good health, and
the baby's due like right around Springfest, right?
March 24th is the official due date, and it could happen before. Could happen. Honestly, it could happen right now.
Right.
Or it could happen 10 days from March 24th. Who knows? March 34th.
They let it go after the due date, Beaver? That's all allowed? Yeah.
Yeah.
She's
I think
shaking
like
her
10
head.
days or so.
You guys have all been on the radio before. Use your microphone.
I have a whole lack of space system set up back here. I'm struggling.
All right.
Yeah, I was 10 days late with Abby.
Okay.
They induced me. It sucked balls.
I was going to say, like, how do they know when to induce labor?
They made it come out.
Well, but is there
when you're
into the microphone, Doc? Into the microphone.
When your MD says, "I'm going on vacation next week,"
that's how they decide.
Yeah, and you're like 10 days late.
So if it's like 10 days before and he's got a trip to Hawaii, you guys are screwed.
Right.
Exactly.
Well, the way Kaiser works, at least, so we're giving birth at the Kaiser in Antioch because in Antioch it's a big hospital and there's not a lot of people there, so you get your own room,
nice,
your own postpartum room, your own whole thing.
Okay.
But you don't have like an actual doctor. So she has a doctor that she's seen
That's
once.
a trade-off.
Right. But she has a midwife that she's talked to a lot, and the midwife's like, look, I might be on shift, I might not be. But either way, it doesn't really matter because you're going to have a team there to deliver the baby, so it doesn't what do you care, essentially, because you're going to be screaming in pain for 4 hours. It doesn't matter at all.
I'm just glad you guys are doing this like hippy-dippy, have it in the bathtub at home.
With the dolphins and shit? No, man, there's no way. You kidding me?
I was assuming Walt was going to be born inside the park.
Oh my God! Yeah.
You're naming your baby Walt.
No, we're not naming the baby Walt. No, we're not.
Because you know no one will be surprised, and yet it's just another thing we have to make fun of you for forever.
So honestly, naming has been weird because of how paranoid and how much anxiety I have about just everything. Anyways, I want to make sure the kid will never be made fun of. Will never, whatever, which is impossible. Kids are fucking mean. Exactly right. Yeah. But Taryn's like, well, how about Walt? And I'm like, are you high? And she goes, oh, what do you mean? I think the name is really nice, like Breaking Bad, like Walt. I like that name, and I'm like, do you know what we do for a she had no idea.
Wow,
that's a lot of relaxatonin.
Yeah, and she's like, well, I've also liked Lillian, and I'm like, that's Walt's wife. What are you talking about? She goes, well, how about Elias? That's Walt's dad.
Oh wow!
Like you can't
just subconsciously
coincidental.
I think
addicted.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm dead serious right now.
This is all real.
I love her.
And it's like those are cool names. Taken out of context of our show. Right. Disney.
But because it's part of your show, then you're just one of the freaks that you've always made fun of, too. Like the brewers naming their kids and, after Sierra Nevada.
Here's Hop Torpedo, my little baby. Because he shot out. So I don't know. We haven't figured out the the boy's name yet, but maybe the girl's name. We'll see.
Next week's Twitter game.
Next week's Twitter game is to name the kid.
We haven't done that yet.
We haven't done that yet.
Man.
No.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Didn't we name Terrence's kids that way?
I think we named Doc's kids that name way too. But Doc didn't have the actual kids. But you know,
I feel like we've done that a lot. Do we do a naming? Twitter game wasn't around then, but I think we had people submit names for Abigail.
It was like, is that where Latronda came from?
Yes,
I did.
I should dig around and try to find some of those names, put them on the board.
Latronda's still available.
Man, Terrence, dude. So we have a stainless fridge, and so you can take a dry erase marker, and so we write the grocery shopping list, or fuck you, Taryn, you burn my spaghetti, or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And so we've been putting the names on there, like boys and girls. And whenever Terrence comes over to record Ears Up podcast, everybody go check it out.
Yeah.
He'll take the fucking pen and he'll go, okay, and he'll write in names. And they're terrible.
And they're always like stripper names.
But is he doing it that way on purpose,
No.
or he thinks these are names?
He thinks these are names. What was the one where it was like Charlie, which is Charlie, but without an E at the end. Charlie. And he's like, I think it's great. My first kiss was a Charlie.
Oh.
I don't get to name your kid Charlie. Homie?
Yeah,
Does it come with a rake for all the $1 bills that are going to get thrown at her, or what?
Name one of your next 7 kids, Charlie.
Yeah. And he's like, Conrad.
Meanwhile,
that's
his youngest
nickname.
daughter's middle name is Wild.
With a Y. Like Wild
Danger.
Stallions. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's got Wild and Danger.
And then so when we were recording last week, and we don't have the names up anymore.
Okay.
And he's like, what happened to all the names? And Terrence's like, you ruined it. You write awful things.
Like everything.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway, there you
Terrence. He's just trying to participate.
Yeah. I mean, that's not why, but...
He feels left out.
It was funny. He's like, oh, man. Like, you're going to have another one anyway, dude.
Exactly.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, make it up
Don't
next
worry
time.
about it. Yeah.
Probably has a bunch he doesn't know about. I mean, let's be real. All right. Well, I'm glad everybody's doing well. I keep wishing you luck both now and after the fact.
Yeah, I'm honestly, I'm oddly pumped about it. I had a really bad week last week where I'm like, I don't want to.
It doesn't have to come out of your vagina.
I don't want to be a dad. I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
But I'm over it now, and the heroin works fine, and everything's good, and I'm oddly
Heroin's
excited.
A good name.
Heroin. I'm oddly excited about it.
It's like hero, but girl.
Yeah.
Well, like I told you, you like to stay home, and now you have the perfect. Who's ever going to say to you again, like, why are you going out? Well, I've got a baby.
Who says it to me now?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think everybody stopped years ago.
I have 2 cats.
Used to be.
Well, oddly enough, now I like to go out. And so that's part of the thing.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's part of the thing.
You're backwards.
I was hitting it last week. I'm like, fuck, dude, we can't, we can't afford to do stuff. Like, we want to go back to Hawaii, go to the beach house, and go do things.
Right.
And anyway, so we got to wait a couple months to see how it shakes out, and then I think everything will be fine.
Yeah.
There's people out there who have good kids and who can travel and still do stuff, so I think it'll be all right.
Yeah, way to talk yourself down.
Thanks.
Yeah, appreciate it. Because you don't see the people with bad kids that are stuck at their house.
Yeah.
And once the good shit settles down, you got the second kid.
Perfect.
True.
I can't wait for that to never happen.
Talk to Schumann about it. He'll,
yeah.
Wow. I just found out about that.
See how it's going over there.
Right. Yeah.
All right. Well, good luck.
Thank you.
And,
I will keep you posted. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'm always thinking about you guys. I hope it's going okay.
I'll Facebook Live the birth if you guys want.
Oh, yeah. On the Brewing Network?
From the southern end, if you want.
Look at JP's first batch.
Yeah.
If it's a chick.
Yeah. See how long the tail is and...
Gross.
Yeah. How many fingers? It'd be great.
Yeah. Are you going to be in there for the whole situation?
Yeah, but I'm north side. I'm going to be. I'm going to be up north, holding hands. I'm not. I don't need to catch the thing. I'll be holding. You know what I mean. I'll be interacting with it for the rest of its life. That one. I don't need to. I don't need to remove it from my wife's body cavity.
Do they do the grody handoff though? Anyway, where they lift that thing over the.
Yes, that's the new thing now. They won't even clean it really.
Just hand
because
it to you like
they want it. They'll put it on her. They want skin to skin contact is the thing they want to do.
So you don't have to touch it.
Sometimes
I got to touch it
right to the dad. slippery and slimy.
Yeah.
No, but now it goes on the mom, on the chest,
right?
And then just to get the contact, so the kid it also warms the kid. It's a whole thing that they beat us, indoctrinate us with.
So that's happening.
That's happening.
Okay.
Yeah,
and you'll be there for that part.
I mean, I might be at the bar around the corner. I don't know yet. We'll find out.
Or passed out on the floor.
What's weird is so you watch a lot, and I know this segment's fucking boring probably, but they say when you watch TV, you watch movies or whatever, the woman's water breaks. And then they rush to the hospital and they have the kid. That's not how it works anymore.
No.
It's the water breaks, then you call labor and delivery, and they go, okay, well, what time did it happen? What color was it? Did it smell? Because they don't want to make sure that it's not contaminated or whatever.
Right.
And then they go, well, how bad is the pain? And if there's no pain, then they just tell you to hang out at home.
Wow.
So no longer is the water breaking even like a thing. They go, we don't want you to come in until you can't speak through the contractions.
Wow.
I'm like, Jesus,
don't
dude.
Bother us.
Seems bad.
Yeah, don't bother us. So now I have to deal with all that shit of do you want some ice packs? No, the nurse should be doing that.
Life is going to be so hard for you.
It's going to suck.
And then you're going to have the kid in the car on the way to the hospital.
That's true.
I hope you didn't buy new furniture for that house of yours. She's just going to water all over it.
Right. Here's some rubber diapers.
So she doesn't get to go on the carpet anymore.
Right, no, she's downstairs.
In the kitchen.
Yeah, hardwood. Yeah, that's it.
You just have cardboard going from the kitchen to the bathroom.
It's all waterproof laminate. It's fine.
Put some waiters on her. She's
good, man.
Like having a puppy.
Yeah. Hashtag Taryn too.
All right, and I do have to get us a break, but I do have one more quick question for
What's
you.
up?
It's a real question.
Yes.
And I have to ask it now because based on your answer, I want you to know. I want to know how you'd like me to behave.
Okay.
And I feel like you'll only be able to answer it honestly now.
Okay.
Do you think you're the type of parent that is going to be able to recognize if you have an ugly baby?
Oh, God, yes.
Do you think so?
Yes.
Because you know as well as I do, that seems to go away right when you have a baby. And most parents are like, oh, my God, isn't she beautiful? And the rest of us are like, that's the most hideous thing I've ever seen.
No.
Pretty much all babies are deformed and disgusting at some point. They have
But
the
I'm
pointed
talking
head.
about even what if in 3 months, it's still ugly?
Yes,
you'll still know.
Yeah, because my judging skills are very high.
That's true.
I'm very skilled at judging to determine whether or not this thing, whatever it is, should be appealing to the masses or not. I am the barometer for what's appealing.
Your baby could literally look like the fish man from the Fish Sex movie, and you would think it was the most beautiful thing in the world.
Well, to me, but I also would. I know it, Justin. I can separate the thing, and I know it won't be necessarily aesthetically pleasing to people, and that it's a horrendously malnourished and disfigured thing.
Right.
But I love it, for what it is on the inside.
Yeah. Sure.
Do you want us to also do that?
Well, yeah, because quick follow-up is just in case you lose your innate
perspective.
sense.
Yes, okay, all right.
Do you want us to tell you if your baby is ugly?
Can we video the part where you asked Justin...
Is my
want to hold my baby? You want to hold my baby?
It's going to be a new Brewing Network game. Is my baby ugly? I am happy to answer.
It's time for Do You Want to Hold My Baby? Do I want you to tell me if the baby is ugly? Yeah. I think you maybe wait for me to tell you that isn't my fucking baby ugly. Okay. And you'll be like, God, I'm glad you said that.
I'll be like, I started a Facebook page for that ugly thing months ago.
Baby.
I don't know, because I might be super protective, even though I know it's ugly.
Right.
I don't want to hear it.
Sure.
Because I know it.
That's why I'm asking now.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Because if I ask after, you can't even ask the question, because you know if I say to you after the baby, if I then were to say, do you want me to let you know if it's ugly?
Yeah.
You'll already know it's ugly.
Right. Exactly right.
Yeah. So, all right, I'm glad we cleared that up.
Me too. Me too. I can't wait.
Yeah. These are the things that I think about. Like, how can I... These are the supports I can give to my friends. That's about it, by the way.
You know what? And 10 years ago, that you never even asked.
No.
So
I would have just been like, wow, you guys fucked up.
Bro.
Like, which end is the... Why is the diaper on his head? I don't understand.
It's not.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, my
Shit.
fault.
Its toes look like fingers.
I don't want to hold stocky.
So that's its nose. Yeah, why is this thing so furry?
Yeah.
That's my cat, asshole.
Yeah. Oh, I was going to say it's a good-looking baby, but now...
Exactly. Oh, you mean that one's the baby?
Oh,
yeah.
I thought you got a hairless cat.
You know, occasionally Taryn, for some reason, does listen to the show.
Oh, whoops. Well, now she knows that she should be thankful we got this cleared up.
Right, yeah. Absolutely. Dude, and a lot of our relationship now is like putting plans in place. What happens if this thing, and how to get help, and what to, because we want to make sure we're both on the same page.
Yeah.
This is a conversation that we could never have had.
You're welcome.
Now we did. And I appreciate that. So, Taryn, if you're listening, if our baby's ugly, you're going to know.
I'm glad I could be useful.
Yeah.
All right. Let's take a quick break. Right. Exactly. Moksa Brewing Company will be on with us in just a few minutes. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll talk to Moksa, taste their beer. You can call in 888-401-BEER or join us in the chat room on thebrewingnetwork.com. Hang in there. It's The Session.
You're listening to the Brewcasters on the Brewing Network.
Are you a member of the White Labs Customer Club? If not, you should be. It's the easiest way to earn free stuff for turning in your old homebrew labels from either Vials or Pure Pitch. All you have to do is save your labels and redeem them for things like free yeast, an exclusive White Labs t-shirt or sweatshirt, and even the opportunity to brew with the yeast man himself, Chris White. Signing up is easy. Just go to whitelabs.com/customer club, fill out the registration form, and then mail in your labels. They will return the favor by sending you awesome White Labs swag. Go sign up today at whitelabs.com/customer club. White Labs, pure yeast and fermentation since 1995.
The 21st Amendment.
Watch out!
Do you like beer? They make beer.
Watch out!
Do you like friends and fun? They make friends and fun.
Watch out!
Do you still like to have a good time? The 21st Amendment.
Watch out!
The 21st Amendment in San Francisco, located at 563 2nd Street, 2 blocks from the building where baseball is seen and played. Try their beers in the pub or try them in the can, featuring
Monk's Blood.
Made with real monk.
Watch out!
So why not have the best time of your life? Go to the 21A and Sean O'Sullivan will personally greet you with a can of
Monk's Blood. The 21st Amendment.
Watch out!
This advertisement is not in any way affiliated nor associated with the 21st Amendment Bar and Pub, nor its subsidiaries or affiliates. This telecast is not copywritten by the 21st Amendment for the private use of the Brewing Network. Any use of this telecast without Jamil Zainashev's consent is prohibited. Suck it, JP.
Brewing great beer is a process of continuous learning, and the best books on every aspect of brewing can be found at Brewers Publications, with more than 50 awesome titles like Modern Homebrew Recipes by Gordon Strong, Designing Great Beers, the Ultimate Guide to Brewing Classic Beer Styles by Ray Daniels, American Sour Beers, Innovative Techniques for Mixed Fermentations by Michael Tonsmeyer, For the Love of Hops, The Practical Guide to Aroma, Bitterness, and the Culture of Hops by Stan Hieronymus, and Radical Brewing, Recipes, Tales, and World-Altering Meditations in a Glass by Randy Mosher, plus many, many more. These are the books and the authors with the knowledge to push your brewing farther than you thought possible. And you'll find them all at fine homebrew and book retailers everywhere. And visit the website at brewerspublications.com. Brewers Publications, all the best on beer and brewing.
Marin Brewing Company in Northern California has been making award-winning beers for more than 25 freaking years. Today, I want to tell you about their new 12-ounce cans of Mount Tam Pale Ale. The good stuff, Mount Tam is bright gold, 5.5% ABV to keep you feeling good, and has been winning awards since 1989. If you're visiting the Bay Area, get your butt out to Marin Brewing Company. They pour tasty beers and serve great food every day until midnight. Come in for a tour, stay for the food, and pick up a 6-pack of cans of Mount Tamp Pale Ale to enjoy at home, camping, biking, or whatever the hell you do. Owner Brendan Moylan has this to say about Marin Brewing beers.
It's freaking awesome.
Marin Brewing has won more than 100 gold medals in international competitions. Check out MarinBrewing.com for all their award-winning beers, food, and merch. Marin Brewing Company in Larkspur, California. Award-winning taste, refreshing finish. It's freaking awesome.
You're tuned into this session.
Because life's too short to listen to crappy radio.
That's right. Welcome back to the program. Thanks so much for hanging out with us and paying attention to us, because we need that. We need to be paid attention to.
Hell yeah, we do.
Thank you.
So does White Labs.
Whoa.
Yeah. If you're a professional brewer who's planning to submit your beers to the World Beer Cup, as you're preparing your next medal-winning recipe, send some of your finished beers to White Labs and get professional analysis done. You can send in your samples as part of their Big QC Day program, which offers big savings on multiple analytical tests. Purchase a Big QC Day kit by March 9th, submit your samples by the 23rd, and White Labs will test your beers for IBUs, alcohol content, calories, attenuation, and more. Plus, participating in Big QC Day, you'll be able to see how your beers perform compared to the entire pool of participants. To learn more about the great cost-saving program, just visit whitelabs.com/BigQCDay. And don't worry about what's happening with your beer. Test it. And thanks to White Labs for always being a sponsor of ours. All right, as promised, we've got Moksa Brewing Company in the studio with us. We've got Derek Gallanosa and Cory Meyer are in the studio. Derek's the brown one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just checking. We got Derek is the head brewer. And,
yes, that's me.
And Cory Meyer is a brewer at Moksa as well. Now, you guys are like brand spanking new, right? Like
just over a month. Yeah, we opened up February 3rd.
Whoa.
How the hell did you get on this show being open just over a month? You must know somebody.
Kevin used to buy the beer down at the previous brewery, Abnormal Beer Company, and
that's where you used to brew.
Yeah, exactly. And so I was the head brewer there. He bought some beer up for the Hop Grenade, and just kind of cashed in that rain check from the previous invitation.
Of course, I'm joking. I'll tell you what, because Kev vouched for you guys, and then he didn't even have to. You guys are making waves already. I mean, you just barely been open, but it's like people were waiting for your beer already.
Yeah, hopefully. We're kind of just back in our corner of a brewery, and the outside world's talking about it, but we're just trying to make as much beer as we can with the system that we have.
Got it. Okay.
And it's not that
Scoot
small
in a little
system.
closer to your brewer, just because I know that way, because I know people are going to want to see your handsome faces, and there you go. And make sure Bevo will come back in here and make sure it's right. But because I was reading, you just barely been open, but every drop of beer you make sells out in like a day or something at the tap room.
Yeah, the IPAs we're selling over a barrel a day for whatever IPAs are on tap.
Wow.
So we come back after the weekend, and there's just 3 pallets full of empty kegs just waiting to be cleaned.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So that's your job, I guess. It's pretty much brewing and cleaning. And then I was talking about the Capitol Beer Festival in Sacramento this week. I saw you guys' booth there, and you had a line for that all day, too. And at that moment, I actually didn't really know how new you guys were. I was like, oh, okay, well, these guys are doing pretty good. And then I read about how new you are, and I'm like, these fuckers, the instant success and the people lining up already. Right. I mean, Beardy was just standing there alone at his tent, and he's been brewing for years.
Right, yeah. And I had to walk around your line to get to my booth.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Real irritating.
That's not true. He had a little line. It was cute. He had a cute line.
Yeah.
Totally satisfying
That's
little
why
line.
you were there. To be the line.
Yeah, I just kept going in line.
Yeah, right.
I'll have the Vienna, please.
That was really good.
He didn't even have a Vienna. I just kept asking for it.
Yeah, I'm not sure that helped.
What did you guys pour at the festival?
We brought a couple here that we poured over at the festival. So it was the Hop Collage, which is a Mosaic Hazy IPA.
Okay.
And then a West Coast IPA, unfiltered, unfined West Coast IPA called Westy McPherson.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do you do the naming as well?
We collectively do the naming. I mean, I think that one was our taproom manager that was just like, it would be kind of cool to just give it kind of like a little persona.
Yeah.
I mean, IPAs just kind of come and go every week. So, just kind of have fun with it. And everything's, a lot of the beer names are taken. So
sure.
It's like, you really got to go outside the box with those.
That's true.
Yeah.
And do your research.
Yes.
Please do your research.
Which is just that nice little search bar in Untapped.
There you go.
Very easy.
It's amazing. Between Untapped and Google, it's a piece of cake, right?
Yeah, it's so easy.
Yeah.
But yet some people
are idiots.
don't go through that.
That's true.
Yep.
Did you get headhunted or what? How did you end up going over to Moksa?
Like I said, was the brewer at Abnormal Beer Company down in San Diego.
Mm-hmm.
Fiance moved up to Sacramento and had to follow her somehow. So kind of reached out to a mutual friend and found somebody that was about to open up a brewery, was looking for a head brewer, and kind of took advantage of the opportunity, made sure everything was right, and a step above of what I had, more responsibility, and just kind of continue to do what I was doing before.
But you're like a catch too. Like, aren't you listed like in the top 200 brewers in America or something?
There was, I guess, for RateBeer.com, they just came out with top 100 brewers.
Okay.
And the beer that in 2017 that I made back at Abnormal got on that list.
Wow.
Yeah,
Nice.
so, it was pretty nice.
That's impressive. You must be proud.
Yeah, definitely. I wish I could really take, it's the previous brewery. They're still going on, and, it's kind of like a secret hurrah for me.
Right.
Yeah, but it feels good.
How long ago was your first brew gig? Professional.
2010. I was an assistant brewer for Carl Strauss down in San Diego.
How old were you then?
24.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Young,
that was
young
my
brewer.
First career was that. Did like TV sales at Fry's Electronics.
Oh, really?
That,
Nice.
Anyway.
So you went from that to probably did beer sales or something for Carl Strauss too?
No, not at all.
Oh,
Just
you went
kinda
straight to brewing.
Yeah, exactly.
What an upgrade.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So I was suit and tie at selling TVs, and I would just kind of like tear that off and go brew at night. So
right.
it was
Where
pretty
you were
rad.
homebrewing when you weren't making.
Yeah, I was homebrewing. I mean, that was my college job, and I was homebrewing at the time. Graduated with a marketing degree, and decided to put that off to the side and pursue brewing. Kind of, as a lot of the professional brewers know, it's one hell of a time trying to get into the industry. So worked both jobs for a couple of years until I was able to climb the ladder enough to actually just kind of go full steam ahead with that career. Yeah.
And what about you, Corey? You brewed elsewhere before too?
Yeah, I won
hang on.
before this.
That's my fault. Go ahead.
I had just been a home brewer for many, many years and had tried to get a foot in the industry for some time, and finally interviewed for a taproom job at New Glory Craft Brewery in Sacramento. Did not get that job, but I brought some homebrews to the interview, and I got a call about a week later saying, hey, we got an assistant brewer position open.
Nice.
So I've jumped on that immediately, just kind of fell in love with it, and before the year was out, I'd been promoted to head brewer, and we started making some exciting beers, and it was a great time.
That's a quick jump, too, from assistant brewer to head brewer in just a few months. Did you kill the head brewer?
Well, actually, about 2 weeks into that job, the head brewer says to me, so next week it's all you, huh? And
huh?
Excuse me?
You didn't get the memo yet.
That was the promotion conversation.
Apparently, he was on his way out, and so our owner retained the head brewer title for some time, and then until he deemed me worthy of it. And
got it.
Then a couple of years later, I was approached by our mutual friend New, and that was the roots of Moksa.
Okay. And what does Moksa mean? Where does that come from? You guys know?
Well, Moksa is a term from Hinduism that means basically achieving a liberation of the cycle of death and rebirth.
Wow.
That's pretty deep.
That is pretty deep.
But
I want to kill myself right now.
Yeah, I want to be liberated.
Yeah.
See if you can break it.
It's on Moksa right now.
Yeah.
We loosely interpret that to mean basically achieving freedom through the pursuit of perfection is the spin that we like to put on that.
I like that. Who is Hindu in the organization? The owner?
Nobody at all.
You just like the
happened to stumble upon that word and roll with it.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That is intense. Are you guys real serious around the brewery, or is it still relaxed? No, okay.
Very, very relaxed.
I guess with Westy McPherson, you can't be maybe that's serious.
Oh, good old Westy.
All right. Well, we've got our first beer in front of us, too, which is what? Melted pastry? Is that what it's called?
Methode pastry.
Thank you.
Bev's writing is not necessarily the best.
Why do I ever let her
got
even
the M
do
right.
the spelling part? It should just be she should go
nobody
out
else
there,
will.
get the beer, and then always ask somebody else to spell the beer for her.
Okay, I heard melted pastry when they handed it to me, so I spelled it correctly. I just completely named your beer something else. But doesn't that sound delicious?
I like that name.
Someone needs a donut.
It tastes like a melted pastry.
First of all,
if you get
heaven
those
forbid,
pastries that melt.
you look at the board. Second of all, it sounds like a good beer.
Really, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Nom nom.
Oh, my career. Derek, you're doing great. Let me tell you right now.
Good thing you got those reading glasses, Justin.
Yeah, I know. I was like, is it me or no? It definitely says melted. Okay, so what is it really called?
Methode pastry.
Methode. Well, see, this is your fault. Make it simple. Tell us about the beer.
So this is a collaboration with our friend Kyle from Horace Aged Ales down in Oceanside, California.
Okay.
It's an Imperial Stout, 13.2%, with vanilla, coconut, and hazelnut coffee. So this is actually the first time we're pouring it anywhere. We just
oh wow,
it was finished carb this morning, so we're like, might as well keg it up and bring it down here.
Well, thanks for that.
Yeah.
So I haven't even tasted it yet, but it smells incredible. I mean,
it has all those things.
Well, that's what I was going to say, Doc.
But you don't have a microphone, Doc. So it has those things.
It had to be done.
It has all those things.
Yeah, everything you just described, you can actually pick out in the aroma. And usually when there's that much, it'll kind of just muddle together. Yours blends together, but in a nice way.
Yeah, that's due to the just kind of experience that we have just collectively from our previous brew jobs, but also knowing what dosing rates and how much beer that we're dosing into. So, we were pretty satisfied with it and thought it was worthy of bringing over to the brewing network.
No, I think you made a good choice. Can you give us any tips about how to do that? When you say dose it, how are you guys putting those ingredients in?
So it's a matter of, first off, we use a hop back, which is kind of used on the hot side. We add whole leaf hops, and it goes in between the boil kettle and the heat exchanger and just kind of filters through those whole leaf hops, stripping away all those flavors. But we actually sanitize it and use that false bottom huge vessel for the pasteurizing or whatever you call it,
Right.
treating some of the beers post fermentation. So we'll clean it, sanitize it, throw in the ingredients. Add in the beer in there and use a CIP pump to circulate the beer, recirculate it through all the ingredients. We leave those on for days.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and each beer or each ingredient requires a certain amount of time for the recirculation, temperature, speed of the pump. So there's a lot of different variables.
But you're not even doing it all at once. You're doing it per ingredient.
Correct. So, for example, the coconut and the vanilla went in at about 60 degrees. Actually, we chilled it down to 50 and let it free rise for about 4 days. And then we chilled it down to under 40 degrees and then added the coffee as if it were cold steep.
I see.
Yeah, for only a day.
Just a day.
So what's the bottom of this hop back like? What's the screen size? Is it a slotted or is it hold or what's?
It's kind of it's a screen, but it's a whole basket. It's not just the false bottom. But it's a basket that kind of fits in there. We have a 10-barrel system. This one we treated. It was 8 barrels of beer, but then our hop back's 300 liters, which equates to about 2.5 barrels. So we're putting a good chunk of the beer inside the hop back and recirculating it.
Oh, within the hop back itself.
Correct.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So, just so I'm clear, so you're not even recirculating the entire batch. You're recirculating a portion of the batch and then putting it back with the rest of it?
Yeah, we're pulling it out of the bright tank, throwing it into the hop back, and then it gets pushed back into the fermenter or the bright
You're
tank.
making your own tincture, so to speak. You're making
using agitation. We're not just steeping it. We're actually creating a nice recirculation and running through the ingredients as if it's like you're pushing through a French press.
So it's got some pressure on it. You're actually drawing down on that.
Some positive pressure on it and just really infusing those ingredients.
How long do you do that for?
The coconut and the vanilla were on there for, what was it, like 6 days or so, Corey?
Yeah, 5 or 6 days.
Yeah,
it's getting pumped continuously for 5 or 6 days?
Yeah, it's worth it.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's been pumped continuously for 5 or 6 days, and then we have to chill it. Actually, with our undersized chiller right now, which we have a new one on order to create more beers, but our it took a little bit of the time to kind of get down to those levels in which we felt comfortable to introduce in the coffee. So 5 to 6 days on the vanilla, and after that, it was able to cold crash down to under 40 degrees, in which we pushed out a little bit of the beer from the hop back, opened it up, threw in the coffee, reprimed it, and continued that circulation for the next day.
Wow.
And then after that, push it back in the bright tank, and it's all done.
It's amazing.
Yeah, so the beer doesn't end after you create the wort or after fermentation is done. With these certain additions, where we like to use real ingredients, no extracts, we want to create those flavors over time and do it the real way so it lasts on your palate over time.
And this is like whole bean coffee? It's not grounded in any way?
We coarse ground it. We actually bought what we thought was like a decent grinder or a burr grinder from Amazon, and it
no
started
such thing.
Yeah, after like a quarter pound, it started to smoke. So we called it
its duty cycle.
Yeah,
yeah.
No one's. I guess grinding 9 pounds of coffee at home,
right?
At one time. So we went to a local grocery store. They're happy to trade a 4-pack of cans for so access to their commercial grinder.
Oh, that's cheap.
Nice.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah,
trade's way better, right?
And you can get the rough grind you're looking for.
Yeah, exactly.
And then the vanilla beans and the coconut, those are all pretty good sized chunks as well, or
no. It's whole vanilla beans. Yeah. We used Tahitian vanilla beans on this. They're really plump. So what we did was brought a knife from home, slit it down multiple times. They're actually pretty wide, so it wasn't just one slit. It was like multiple slits on the bean.
Nice.
Then turn it sideways and
you did this to every bean?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a good.
Whoa. And it was.
You don't have a mic, Doc.
Corey, when Derek says "we," does he mean you? And he's out dicking around somewhere else.
Derek did actually chop all these vanilla beans.
He's working on his tan, of course.
Yeah, exactly. I can't believe you slice every bean.
We think it's worth it. The coconut's already prepackaged, but the vanilla beans take some processing, and taking an extra 30 minutes, an hour to chop all those beans up, and by beans I mean it's over 2 pounds, so we're talking a few hundred.
That's a lot.
That's what I'm saying.
You had some TTB paperwork you were putting off doing.
What's that?
Yeah. Yes, you had some TTB paperwork you were putting off doing. These vanilla beans need
unfortunately,
slicing.
that's still put off.
Right.
Yeah, there's a lot of people I wish we could get some TTB work done, but we want to make cool beer. We're brewers, right?
You are making cool beer because it worked. And what did you say the ABV is on this beer?
13.2. So,
which you kind of need with all of those sweet ingredients in there, right?
It's a great way to balance it out and not make it too just over, like having the ingredients overpower the beer.
Yeah.
How did you handle the coconut? Did you just raw or toasted or whatever?
On this beer, we did use raw coconut. I think we're in the realm of 100 pounds of coconut in about 8 barrels of beer. And so it just goes in, and then the beer is moved through that coconut for days on end, and we're just trying to achieve maximum contact time.
Is there a reason you picked that cold temperature? Well, for the pumping and recirculating?
that was just for the coffee.
Okay.
It's room temperature for the other stuff for the extraction, but we don't want to extract too much of bitterness from the coffee, so that one's done at a colder temperature.
Okay.
What's your research speed? I'm curious on how fast you're recirculating that over these 4 or 5 days or whatever.
Actually, that one was pretty slow. That one was.
It wouldn't have to be very fast. I mean, you're just trying to move the. I mean, you're not. You say is it pulling down or is it pushing down on the?
It's pushing into the hop back.
So the pump's on the input side, not the
inside.
Not the
yeah,
okay.
Yeah. We've done both, but we figured we kind of made an adjustment. Corey suggested pushing into the hop back. And
do you taste this liquid you're making as you're going along? Like on day 3, you go could use a couple more days. Or
it's great to see the development.
Okay,
of that.
all right. So you learn what it tastes like as it goes.
Yeah, we put a little sample port in the loop on the hose, and so every morning we come in and drink some 13% stout and see how it's doing.
And your day starts looking better.
And drive the forklift
climb some ladders, dry hop a few tanks.
Why not?
Well, that's a really unique process. Thanks for sharing that.
Slide down the vent port like a fireman.
I'm coming to Moksa to hang out a little bit in the mornings. This came out really, really great. It's very complex, but
easy drinking.
But easy drinking at the same time, exactly. So I think you're right when you say it's worth taking that time. It's very different than any beer with this much going on I think I've ever tasted. It's really pretty chill.
Yeah, and then we were kind of debating. I asked Kevin, who was buying beer for Hop Grenade. I was like, "Is it cool?" I didn't really say what we were bringing, or we were bringing this, but we're really proud of it. We added a lot of ingredients. I showed him a picture with a snow shovel scooping up the coconut from the floor.
Oh, nice!
And I was like, "Is it okay if we bring that?" And his response was, "Good Lord, yes."
Yeah.
Well, this beer's not released yet, right? This is
the first time it's ever hit a faucet. So,
and this is the beer you have coming out in bottles on the 10th.
No, this is actually coming out after that.
Wow.
We just want to showcase this here. We're going to put it in bottles and the kegs and just kind of wait till the time's ready to where we really want to release it, to where we can let people know, tell the story, and kind of run through all the marketing things,
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, people who showed up to the Hop Grenade tonight are in for a treat. Thanks for sharing that with us.
Oh, yeah, our pleasure.
All right, now, let's see. I've got the name of our second beer in front of us here, which is apparently called, and I'm afraid to even do it, Bisco Party. Did Bevo get it right this time?
That is correct.
All right. We got Bisco Party.
I put for real in parentheses.
I know, but this name could have gone either way, because it sounds like something Bevo would say.
Right. Bisco Party.
It's a Bisco Party. So, yeah.
Sounds fun.
Good, it's catchy.
No, the beer is This Goes Swiftly.
Yeah.
Fucking idiot.
But doesn't a Bisco Party sound fun?
It does.
That's great. I just want to go. Yeah, let's do it.
Tell us about Bisco Party.
So this is another pastry stout, I guess, as you would call it.
Yeah.
This one, very similar process to the last beer, but this one got toasted almonds, vanilla beans, double roasted cacao nibs, and was that it?
Cacao. I feel like cinnamon.
Yeah,
cinnamon. I was like, there's one.
And
it's the first thing I tasted too, but then I forgot about it when you said all the other ingredients. I was like, no, there's something else in there. What is it?
I was
cinnamon. Doc was waiting for the cinnamon.
What's this better than that?
Jesus Christ!
Beardy's your microphone stand tonight. He's gonna have to keep doing that, Beardy. It's clearly not going to stop.
Exactly.
Wait, you got to go back.
No,
we need to hear what
was
he's
the
going to
cinnamon.
mutter.
I forgot about it at first.
Mm-hmm. Wow. The Tasty and Beardy are just handing Doc all the microphones now.
Shut the fuck up.
There you go.
They should hand him the keys to his car.
Smart. He says he Ubered, for those of you at home. Okay.
I slubered. Huh?
So the rest of the process you're saying is pretty much the same, though. You do the hop back. I guess it's not really a hop back, but the hop-ish back.
Car, torpedo.
A torpedo, yeah. Okay. And then different times for the different ingredients as well?
This beer, we did all the ingredients at the same time because they can all be, I think, safely infused warm without fear of like extracting too much bitterness or whatever from one of those.
That's a great distinction, is deciding what it is you're not trying to pull out of it, whether you do this warm or cold.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this one came out real nice too.
Yeah.
You know what's cool? So they are somewhat sweet beers, just the nature of what's in them. But because of the good alcohol content, they don't go down as sweet. But my lips are left sticky and tasting sweet. I know that's probably a weird description of the whole of how.
No, yeah.
But I find it to be strange because
we're left on your lips. That's cool.
Yeah, exactly. But I like all of those things, is what I'm saying. You know, you've done. What's the alcohol content of this one? Just curious.
This one I think is 12%.
12. Okay.
12%. It's inspired by a chocolate dip biscotti, so it's kind of an obscure pastry. But
Got it.
We thought it would taste good as a beer.
And why so many Imperial Stouts? It's just your thing.
Kind of, yeah. Imperial Stouts and IPAs,
which we'll get to in our next segment too. But I just was.
Yeah.
Did you choose this style because you get to be so creative with the other ingredients?
It's such a blank canvas.
Okay.
And all of these have slight tweaks in the base beer, knowing that we're going to add these treatments. So, for example, that methode pastry kind of dialed back the roasted barley because we know we're going to add roasted coffee beans. So
I see.
It's a whole process, and it's planned out from the very beginning.
Got it.
You know how hot it gets in Sacramento, right?
Yeah, but people are
Imperial Stout.
guzzling these things down. So,
Oh, yeah? Nice.
we felt that it was kind of underserved as far as the big Imperial Stouts. And, yeah, we have nice dry IPAs for you that are refreshing. But this is a nice little dessert beer, a nice little treat that has been steadily moving, and people seem to like it. Yeah, no matter what temperature it is.
Well, you'll be bottling these beers or packaging them, so they'll be able to drink them any time of the year they want.
Yeah, exactly. And see them develop and
age really well.
Yeah, and we wanted that kind of that part of our brewery's portfolio to be something that you can kind of have on your mantle. We're going to have really nice looking labels, something that can develop over time, and whereas you can have the fresh IPA crowlers or cans that we sell, or, going into the tap room and have that like kind of in the moment beer as well.
Sure. What does the base beer look like for this? You were mentioning that you tweak it a little bit, but basically, what is the base?
It's dark.
Yeah, super dark. You got your base grain, and that could range from either a Maris Otter Pilsner or Maris Otter two-row. We got some middle malts, kind of like some bodybuilding malts, some Cara Munich. What else we got? Like some oats as well.
Oats. Is that always oats?
Not always oats.
Okay.
And sometimes there'll be Golden Naked Oats, which have a little toast characteristic to it.
Okay.
Also some crystal malt, some roasted barley, chocolate malt, and some coloring malt. Some not Carafa 2. We actually use Patagonia Perla Negra.
Okay.
Yeah, which is from Chile.
What do you like better about that? Excuse me, than Carafa 2?
A little bit less astringency. Just has a nice little kind of... You could actually eat that by itself, where I think Carafa 2, it's a little harsh. So I think that carries over with the beer, adding a nice color without adding a lot of like a bitterness or harshness to it.
Okay. Is it a similar Lovabond?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just from a different maltster, and they do a good job dehusking that and creating like a really nice, not as much assertive flavor than as compared to Carafa 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
They're both great.
I'm
going to have three more, and then the IPAs. Guess I'm getting in an Uber with Doc to get home today.
On the dark beers, do you adjust the water pH up?
Yeah. Corey's been kind of taking the lead for the water profiling, so he can speak on that. But yeah, we adjust for every single beer that we do.
Based on the pH of the malt dictates, and you adjust for that, right?
Yeah, for these particular beers, I found that we just pack the mash tun with so much malt, and it's such a high percentage of highly roasted malts, tons of chocolate, roasted barley, the Perla Negra. I tried my damnedest to get the pH up into maybe like 5.4 or 5.5 range, and even with as much chalk as we can throw at it, it's just not getting there. We tried a little bit of baking soda, but we want to keep the sodium at a reasonable level, and just so much dark roasted malts in these that
drives it down.
We kind of settled. I think they usually fall somewhere around 5.3 in the mash.
Well, the proof's in the pudding. These beers don't taste tart at all. They taste great. So.
They're both awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
They both taste barrel aged too.
Yeah,
but I know you didn't do that, right?
Excellent.
Yeah, isn't that? And that's what. So I had talked a few shows back about when I went to Jameson and I got to smell their barrels and stuff, and they were like, they gave me like a fresh barrel, and they said, doesn't that barrel smell like whiskey? And I said, yeah. And I said, well, that whiskey's never been in that barrel. That barrel smells like barrel. And that's why whiskey ends up with those great flavors. And you've put some of those great barrel flavors in this, like the vanilla and some toast and some chocolate, without ever touching a barrel. I would say it's one of the better barrel-aged beers I've ever had.
That's awesome.
People should stop barrel aging and maybe start with your techniques a little bit.
As a 4-week-old brewery, we'd love hearing that. We could hit those flavors at such a young age.
I think are you allowed to enter beers like this into like a barrel-aged category without having been in a barrel? Or is
that'd be funny.
Wouldn't that be great? I really want you to do it.
I guess if we had like an extra $150 just to throw around.
To do it,
yeah. No, but that'd be awesome if we won.
To win a barrel-aged category, but never having had it touch a barrel.
And then announce it, and everyone's like, that's such a dick move. We aged this for 14 months, and you guys win this.
Right.
You brewed it 3 weeks ago.
And it is a dick move, but it would also, in a non-dick way, showcase a lot of the flavors you're looking for in a barrel-aged beer. without having to do all that bullshit.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, I guess you had to do your own bullshit, really. Let's face it, you did all the work like in a short amount of time instead of just putting it in a barrel and sitting on your ass for 12 months, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Just do it right away, you know, like us.
Yeah.
Well, we're doing both.
Yeah.
I really like it. It definitely has some barrel characteristics.
That's awesome.
All right, I got to get us to a break. And then we're going to switch to IPAs. Is that cool?
I'm craving some.
You're down with that? Okay.
Are you asking everybody?
Right, yeah.
No,
Is this a vote?
I'm just asking Derek.
Oh, okay.
You know.
So if we could vote.
Yeah, you know why I'm only asking Derek. I could ask Tasty, and he...
I'm down, yeah, sure.
See, exactly.
Oh, it's unanimous.
So now it's unanimous.
It's
All
anonymous.
right. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, more from Moksa Brewing Company. And if you want to learn more yourself, you can go to moksabrewing.com. Hang in there. It's The Session. We'll be right back.
You're listening to the Brewcasters. The Brewcasters on the Brewing Network.
Your brewing water can be a mystery. If it's good enough to drink, it's good enough to brew with, right? We all know to perfect certain styles of beer, proper water chemistry is vital. But running water tests can be complicated and expensive, but not anymore. Industrial Test Systems is proud to introduce the new Smart Brew water testing kits, incorporating the exact iDip Smart Photometer system. The only photometer on the market that harnesses the power of the smartphone and runs water tests without you doing a pile of calculations. The iDip features two-way Bluetooth communication with the brain of the system, which is its own multilingual app. This allows limitless possibilities, including lab accuracy, free upgrades, test customization, over 35 available, mobile sharing, and more. You can keep a detailed history of your results. Email your water report to other brewers or share it on social media. Visit smartbrewkit.com now and learn more about the iDip photometer and all the tests it can do for you. Your support of the Brewing Network means everything to us. We couldn't produce shows without you. And we love giving you something extra for that support, like Brew Your Own magazine. You already know it's a great brewing magazine full of recipes, equipment how-tos, discussions of beer styles, and brewing techniques. Whether you're new to brewing and just starting out or you're an old pro, you'll always learn something from the articles in Brew Your Own. Plus, there are amazing special issues like plans for building a Brutus 10 system, 250 classic clone recipes, and the Homebrewer's Answer Book. Brew Your Own magazine and BYO.com are awesome resources for any brewer, whether for yourself or as a gift. When you subscribe or resubscribe from the Brewing Network homepage, you directly support programs like this. Get a great magazine and support the Brewing Network. Subscribe to Brew Your Own right from thebrewingnetwork.com. Do you know the three most important rules in brewing? Sanitation, sanitation, and sanitation. And no one does it better than 5-Star Chemicals. 5-Star knows sanitation. You can only sanitize clean equipment. And 5-Star knows how to clean, too. For craft brewers and home brewers, 5-Star has what you need to keep your fermenters, serving tanks, kegs, and draft lines sparkling and free of any beer-spoiling bacteria. PBW, caustic, acid cleaners, Star Sand, SaniClean, lubricants and defoamers, pH stabilizers, and more. 5-Star Chemicals has cleaning supplies, safety supplies, heat exchangers, pumps, hoses, and valves. And 5-Star is proud to offer eco-friendly products that exceed customer expectations. If you have a cleaning problem, you need the 5-Star solution. Visit 5starchemicals.com or call 800-782-7019. 800-782-7019 and get the 5-Star treatment today. Are you looking for a simple brewing system that's great for all grain brewing, but everything on the market seems to be full of compromises? Blickman Engineering has the answer. The Blickman Brew Easy All Grain Brewing System. The Brew Easy is a complete system with easy upgrades and a beautiful compact design, perfect for any size brewing location. At its core, the Brew Easy is built on two gorgeous Blickman Boilermaker brew kettles, a high-temperature March pump, and either a top-tier gas burner or the new Boil Coil electric heater. The Brew Easy adapter lid allows the pots to stack stack on top of each other, forming an efficient, strong, and compact brewing setup that comes in 5, 10, and 20-gallon batch sizes. Upgrade your Brew Easy system with full automated control by adding a Blickman Tower of Power temp controller, and make moving around easy with the Blickman Kettle Cart. The Brew Easy is modular. If you already own a Boilermaker kettle, you can build your Brew Easy by purchasing just the modules you need. The new Brew Easy all-grain brewing system. See it today at BlickmanEngineering.com and brew with Blickman quality on your new Brew Easy.
Hey guys, what'll it be?
I'm not sure. What do you recommend?
A lot of people seem to like the Hefeweizen.
Is that a German Hefeweizen or more of an American-style wheat beer?
I'm not sure, but I can give you a taste.
Okay, great.
The Cicerone certification program certifies and educates beer professionals in order to elevate the beer experience for consumers. Unfortunately, not every bar is staffed with certified beer servers who can guide their customers through a beer list.
Here you go, guys. Let me know what you think of the Hefeweizen.
Oh, yeah. That's definitely more of an American wheat. But I can hardly tell because this beer just smells like sour butter. I wonder how long it's been since they cleaned the draft line.
Yeah, and look at the bubbles on the side of the glass. It's filthy.
Somebody should tell these guys about the Cicerone program.
For sure. How about we head somewhere else for another beer?
Your server should give beer the same respect you do. Request quality. The Cicerone certification program offers 4 levels of beer certification, in-person classes, and course books for beer professionals. Check them out at cicerone.org. The Cicerone certification program. We know beer.
Hey, this is Julian Schrago from Beechwood Brewing, and you are listening to The Session on the Brewing Network.
All right, welcome back to the show. We got Moksa Brewing Company hanging out with us. And don't forget about our friends over at Great Fermentations. You can go to greatfermentations.com. They've got the largest catalog of Blickman products on the web, and their staff is some of the best trained in the biz using those products. They offer top-notch customer service and same-day shipping on many items. Check them out at greatfermentations.com, and be sure to like them on Facebook at GR8 Fermentation, Instagram, and Twitter. Greatfermentations.com. Which we've been tasting so far tonight, right, Tasty? Some great fermentations?
Definitely good. Very clean.
Clean and nice. We didn't even ask about yeast yet. Is it English-style yeast on those beers, or are you doing like straight Cal Ale on the Imperials that we just drank?
We're using USO5, so it's a dry yeast.
Just a dry.
Yeah,
clean.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just kind of.
Why dry yeast?
It's easier to handle.
Yeah?
Just rehydrate it, pitch it. Yeah. You keep you don't have to overnight it to you.
Okay.
Yeah, it hangs out in the cooler when you're ready to use it. Use it. Yeah, we use some wet yeast though for some of the hazy stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just curious. Always curious how people choose.
Do you repitch that, or it's just new dry yeast every time?
No, we repitch it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, usually for these stouts, we'll prop up yeast in a lighter beer and then pitch a large amount of slurry.
I mean, why not? They've only brewed like 2.5 batches, for God's sake.
Right.
They're a month old. I hope you repitched something. Did you said how many barrel system you have?
We have a 10-barrel system and 80 barrels of fermentation capacity. We do have 2 30s on site to bring us up to 140 barrels.
Wow.
But we're waiting for our new chiller, which is on order, in order to get those online. So we already planned for
But you're going to have
expansion.
to brew a ton to fill those.
We brew a ton anyway.
Right?
It's just going to go. It's just going to go into a different fermenter. Yeah.
Okay. You're just brewing all the time right now.
Pretty much, just as much as we can. Yeah.
Corey never goes home.
Yeah. We both. Yeah. This was the first weekend that we had off since our soft opening actually.
Wow.
Was this past weekend. Just kind of getting. And we thought we were kind of good with having 2 IPAs on the board, but then one ran out yesterday.
Oh.
So now we're back to filling it back up. Yeah, we have 4 out of 5 fermenters are IPAs, but we can't keep. Only 1 or 2 are on the board at a single time.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you said you moved up here with your fiance, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Corey, you're married, Corey?
No, not yet.
You're going to be all right, but Derek, you're fucked, man.
Looking forward to it.
I hope you like your job, because I don't think she's going to stick around till you're at the brewery all the time.
Oh, that's something.
Spend some time at home.
I need some advice on some balancing of life.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Think of your life like your beers, right? You got to balance them. Don't just throw a shitload of ingredients at them. You got to balance them.
How long have you been together pre-wedding?
A little over 2 years.
Oh, yeah. She still likes you too much. It's going to be hard.
Maybe it's a good thing, though, like to miss each other, right? Like he's gone all the time. She still misses him when he comes home.
Yeah, I waited too long to be gone. She doesn't miss me. So,
yeah. Tara doesn't miss you anymore, right?
No, she misses me all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
Like because you're only gone for like 3 hours at a time.
Right.
For the show.
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh my God, I missed you so much. Give me some food.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, make me a milkshake.
Yeah,
right. All right. Thank you.
All right. Now, right now, the beer's only available on draft in the tap room, basically, except at the Hop Grenade, or what?
Except at the Hop Grenade. Yeah, right now you guys are the only one pouring it outside of the tap room. There are some events that we do, for example, that Capital Beer Fest.
Okay.
Events like this, some tap takeovers, but no normal distribution at all. We have a hard enough time keeping it on tap at the tap room, so there's no reason to distribute right now. We want to keep it as close as home as possible, and why not have it 40 feet from the tanks as brewed in.
Sure. And then soon you're going to start putting into cans and or bottles?
We did already a can release, and that sold out the day of.
Okay.
Bottles, we did some bottle. We have a bottle release coming up, and plan on doing both cans and bottles as much as we can, but at the same time try to keep as much beer on at the tap room as possible.
Yeah. All right. So now we've got a couple IPAs in front of us. What's the first one called? Westy McPherson?
Westy McPherson.
Tell us about
Fisty
this beer.
McWareston.
Oh. That's a good
According
name.
to Beverly.
She's like, I think it's Fisty something.
Yeah, I don't know. But it sounds fun.
That sounds like a good time.
Yeah. That sounds like fun.
God, I love Bevo. All right.
Someone has to.
Tell us about this beer.
Westy McPherson, West Coast IPA, and I mean, IPAs just, they come and go, so why not have fun with it? Have a little fun name. And at that point, like, it's coming out tomorrow. We need a name. We finally need a name. It's one of the hardest things of being a brewer is coming up with names.
Yeah.
Right? Everything's, unless you just name it the style. But we want to have a little fun with it.
How much has this industry either evolved or devolved that the hardest thing, one of the hardest things to do now is to come up with a name, goddammit. Because there's just so many.
The easy part, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, for you, we've had some bad breweries.
Okay.
Let me just say.
All right.
Good names.
yeah,
right. Great
good
names.
and bad
What a waste of a good name.
This beer sounds like it has a persona.
Yeah. So I don't know. We gave it a name, and we felt like we had to have a story with it. You know, a little short-lived story. So we wrote up this thing. So Westy McPherson is a classy beer, not fazed by any current trends. It sticks to what it knows. It gives your taste buds a gentle massage of bitterness, but then Roundhouse kicks you in the face with hot flavors of Simcoe Cryo and Mosaic. It is a West Coast IPA. It is Westy McPherson.
Nice. That's a good description. I like it. Now, I'm going to go out on a limb here, Tasty. I'm going to make a statement about you. And
oh wow,
you like potatoes.
Like what?
And if I'm wrong, I think you can be honest, because either way, I think we've been nice enough to the Moksa boys already, so I don't think they'll mind if I'm wrong.
Yeah,
but
I don't mind.
I'm going to go out and say I think you really like this IPA. I think this is your kind of IPA.
I like the balance in it. It's slightly hop forward, which is what I like about it.
Yeah.
It's not. It's got very very distinct, like an IPA kind of hop profile. A lot of the. Yeah, a lot of beers are trying to get more too balanced. This is a West Coast style, what you call it?
Correct, yeah.
Fine.
With this one, a lot drier, or not a lot drier, a little bit drier. Also, there's a bittering addition.
It has a great aroma. That Simcoe Cryo seems to be coming really through really well.
Yeah,
Are those two different hops? Simcoe Cryo?
No, it's just it's the style of the hop, right?
What does it mean?
It's the if you want.
It's the way they do an extract. Go ahead.
Yeah, cryo is essentially a further refined hop pellet where they remove a little bit more of the leaf matter and get you a more concentrated, almost approaching lupulin powder or something like that.
I see.
Oh, it's like keef.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, why don't you fucking say that?
Yeah.
Everyone's like, oh,
now you're grind your hops.
Yeah.
Well, there's a little screen there underneath. There's a bunch of keef. It's cryo.
Does it? So you're saying it's a West Coast IPA, which I don't think it's not. But the positive parts of the New England IPA that people talk about, that kind of creamy mouthfeel and where it has. I kind of get that in this beer too. To me, this is a compliment because it's also what I like about the New England IPAs, where it kind of butters you up a little bit. Not diacetyl, but it softens up like the. Yeah. So I'm tasting that in this beer too.
No, it has that kind of like juiciness to it.
Yeah,
we attribute that to just dry hopping the fuck out of everything.
Okay,
so,
but it's a soft bitterness too.
My favorite part of what you said was the positive points, right? As if there's one or more than.
Well,
one.
That's just because I'm stuck with you dickheads for too often. Because I have found that, and I've been this way the whole time. I don't give a shit what the style is or what it's called. But I do care how it tastes, and I don't overanalyze much of anything except for my own goddamn life.
And mine.
This and your goddamn life. Good point. But yeah, when I do listen to these guys talk about the damn New England IPAs,
you can't help with the air quotes.
When I listen, when I sort of listen. One of the things I have heard is about this kind of creamy mouthfeel that also. Makes it a smooth bitterness. And anyway, I'm just saying, you're calling this a West Coast IPA, but I think it also has characteristics of a New England IPA.
Yeah, and I think and the next one's our New England style hazy IPA, and I think there's a lot of overlapping characteristics between the two. We do switch the malt, the grain bill, the hopping rates within the hot side, as well as the yeast. Yeah, the yeast. We use a combination of English ale and Vermont yeast for the hazy IPAs, and then just kind of a neutral yeast for the West Coast stuff.
JP, do you like this IPA? Again, I'll give you the same out. We've been nice enough to these guys. I think you can be honest. Plus, no one cares what you think anyway. But
right, I just want someone else to talk for a second.
No,
I don't
I'm actually
like it.
Genuinely okay. I was genuinely curious because I thought, you know what? I bet JP even maybe likes this one.
I wouldn't consider it to be a West Coast IPA.
Okay.
Because it is creamy, it is cloudy, and it's more. I don't know. I love the aroma, and I love the hop flavor. But I wouldn't drink it. 7%, so it's out of my wheelhouse.
You like them lower.
It's an IPA, which is out of my wheelhouse, and it's cloudy, which is out of my wheelhouse. So there's nothing. You know what I mean? I'm not going to pay $9 or whatever. I don't know. I'm just made up the number to sniff the beer.
Right.
It smells great, and but I wouldn't classify it as a West Coast IPA. But I think as an IPA, I bet it sells a fuck ton of. I bet you guys sell a shit out of this beer.
Yeah, but
I should curse again.
Any other curse words you have?
Ball liquor. I don't know. But yeah,
you can have that name.
I can see this beer being very marketable. It's just not my thing.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Absolutely.
JP's own disclaimer there. I think I don't see anybody coming up to you guys except for JP saying I don't like this IPA.
No, I'll just do it on Twitter. It's fine.
But he'll do that to any IPA.
Yeah,
not any. Should have said first off, I don't like IPAs, and then
Yeah. For a style I don't like, I sure have a lot of opinions on them.
Yeah.
So I do like IPAs, but I'm just a little. I've grown picky about them, and it's definitely not my go-to style.
There's so many out there now.
I would order this a couple of times over.
All right.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, I like it.
Is this your number one selling beer? When you have it?
Yeah, well, right now, yes. Today, it's probably our number one selling beer because it's the only IPA on tap right now.
If you had this in the next
tomorrow, yes,
and the New England style together, does the New England style better? Which one goes better, the cloudy or the hazy?
The hazies usually outpace the West Coast just because it's the trendy thing.
It's the new thing.
Mm-hmm. I think.
What do you guys like? This is kind of an unfair question, I guess.
No, I definitely prefer the West Coast style.
Cool.
Yeah. I try to have a Pliny a month just to remind myself, like this is
calibrate.
This is recalibrate myself. Like yes, this. And then kind of like do my own thing off of that, or do our own thing as far as what we want to present our customers with, and also drink ourselves. Because home brewing is making whatever the hell you want. With professional brewing, it's making what you like to make, but also what you can sell a whole tank of.
Sure.
So that's the difference between home brewing and pro brewing, and you have to take those certain things into consideration. And this is a result of that.
Yeah.
Now, you guys are a 1-month-old tap room. You must have people coming in that are new to craft. Do you have like a gateway beer for them of any sort, or what are you doing there?
Yeah, we do have one beer called our Rocklin Ale, which is, of course, the city our brewery is in. We have a lot of locals who frequent the brewery, and we wanted to put out a beer that's very approachable, very light. So we made it basically a fake Pilsner malt, Saaz hops, and ale yeast. And so that is our clear beer, our yellow beer, and it has also been selling out, unfortunately. So
right.
It's a brewer's nightmare.
That'll probably continue to do so in the summer also. That'll be everybody's good. They'll mix in some of the dark beers, some of your Imperial Stouts with a bunch of that.
It'll ramp up.
Yeah, the Rocklin Ale.
Yeah.
That's one of few beers that we intend to continually rebrew.
I see. So you will often just keep rotating the lineup, it sounds like.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Just keep it fun. I think that's what the market, or at least the customers that we're trying to aim for, prefer.
Yeah.
What's new? You put the same IPA on, it's like, I had that already, or the same stout. Let's mix it up a little bit. We have enough time. We're creative enough. Let's maximize that and create something new.
And how many taps are you trying to keep on in the tap room at a time?
So we have 24 taps, which is pretty ambitious.
Yeah.
But right now it's kind of getting it's averaging around. I don't know, 5, I guess.
See, I love that.
5 beers on tap.
I love it for 2 reasons. For one, I actually get it's difficult for me if there are too many choices. So I like it.
Good.
So even if you only had 5 taps, but then also because I like weird shit, I love that you have 25 there and there's only 5. Like I would come in every time and be like, they're just fucking with me.
So how many days a week are you open?
We're open 7 days a week. Yeah.
That's kind of your problem.
Yeah. Well, we have a steady stream, so. We are open a lot.
So Tasty makes a good point. So, like some of our brewery friends over the years, we've talked about this, and by the way, we yell at them for not being open too, but they're smarter than we are. So, like the Rare Barrel, for example, right? A great sour brewery here in Berkeley. They were only open a couple of days at first, and I went in screaming at them about it. God, you guys are great beer. You're going to be so popular, and they're like, no, we know we're popular.
I remember you talking about their names too. You hate their names,
they're
right?
awful names. But they couldn't be open 7 days a week and not run out of beer.
Yeah, that's true.
So you guys are making this choice to be open all the time, but possibly running out of beer.
What we're doing is we're limiting the amount of beer to go. So we do have a crawler machine that's proudly displayed there, but we don't use it much because we have to limit how much we sell to go. So if someone has a couple pints there and takes another 32 ounces, they just doubled up the amount of beer that they consumed in our tap room. So we're limiting the amount of beer that we have to go.
Okay.
That's how we're kind of regulating it. But we did want to stay open 7 days a week because there was kind of a shortage in the area of businesses that you could go and hang out. So and also it's a good way of just kind of just
not
spreading
sleeping.
out things. Yeah.
It's a
Well,
good
once
way
you
of
get your
brewing
230s
24 hours a day.
The 230s online.
Hopefully
you'll be able to
yeah.
make some flagships and keep, and then leave you time to do some odd stuff on these 10 barrels.
Or just fill up those 24 taps,
create a pale ale or something. It's crazy.
Yeah. But in the future, we are filling up a lot of barrels, so we will have those on tap in a year from now. But we are kind of gearing up for the future as far as looking for expanding with those 30s, looking for other places to expand, having the barrel age come back and make a lot of different variants, splitting up double batches into 2 different types of beers that we can kind of fill up the taps.
Yeah.
So just getting a little bit creative by having the limitations that we have of the fermentation capacity plus the demand and trying to work in what we have.
We should start a football-style pool here of how long it will take Moksa to fill all 24 taps in that tap room. We could all buy a square and
buy a tap handle.
Yeah, because they're battling several things. One of them being success, that everyone wants to buy the beer, and then
don't know what that feels like.
Success. So, yeah, we should start a little bet.
Early summer.
You think already early summer?
Oh God, yeah.
I don't think so. Not from what I'm hearing.
No, it's just gonna roll up.
I think later than that. I think that these guys don't know what the fuck they're doing. I think what's going to happen, they're going to keep selling out of every drop they make and keep wanting to stay open 7 days a week, and it's going to take so long. You're going to get so close. It's going to be like 2 weeks. Okay, we're at 7 taps. Another month, we're at 9 taps.
Like, oh shit, we're back down to 4.
Yeah, exactly. You're gonna shoot yourself in the foot by having some big release party, and then
yeah, exactly.
Oh no, smarten up now, because as soon as it gets like good weather,
it's gonna get full, fuller,
and
here we go.
It's gonna roller.
Yeah, it's gonna roller.
It's gonna roller.
Yeah. So
can't wait for those roller times.
Yeah, you can make a T-shirt out of that if you want.
It's gonna roller.
All right, now I'm drinking the New England style IPA. What's this called?
Hop Collage.
Okay, it is a hop collage. Good name. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and say I too like the West Coast IPA better of the two IPAs I have in front of me. There's something. There's something less hop collage about the first one that I think I like. It's just it's got a fine point on it. It's got that West Coast style that we're used to here. The hop collage has a lot going on. It's in a good way. It's just a very different beer. How many different hops are in this?
So the hop collage actually is almost a single hop beer. It's all mosaic.
Wow. That's amazing.
He has a refined palate.
Yeah, really refined.
He wasn't behind it the whole way.
At least it's earthy. I don't know. What the fuck? That's amazing.
Well, if any beer could confuse, or any hop could confuse it, it would be the mosaic.
Yeah, that's right.
Right. What is a mosaic?
The mosaic is a collage.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, of little tiny tiles.
You were there, homie.
So close.
You were there.
Listen, some of us can't figure out how to use microphones after 13 years. Others still can't taste beer.
Well,
I guess we're all in the same boat.
I don't want to use microphones ever again. Let's all do this.
Yeah, exactly.
Yo, really
Tell me your
loud.
thoughts on
We're
just kidding. Sorry.
We're going to stop tasting and stop using microphones. All right, well, tell us more about the beer before I fuck it up some more.
It's wet.
This is basically our base hazy IPA, single IPA, right about 7%. We use a good amount of oats. Try to get the nice body, or I guess creaminess or juiciness or whatever people want these days.
Yeah.
We tend to make our hazies a little bit on the more drinkable side than that just soupy IPA that seems to be everybody's craving now. But
like turbidity-wise, you mean?
Yeah, just so dense that
Yeah.
it looks like gravy.
Yeah. Thank you for not doing that.
Yeah.
So we wanted to be a little more approachable in that aspect, and then we just dry hop the fuck out of it with a lot of mosaic.
Okay.
And that hop's great, so this is what you get.
Is the oats the only difference between the two beers that we've got in front of us? As far as malt bill goes.
The West Coast has a little bit more complexity on. We use a little low carbon maris otter. We use a little bit of Golden Promise, a little bit of wheat. The hazy has. I think this particular one uses some malted oats, a little bit of wheat, and then Pilsner malt splashed in as well in the base.
Okay, because to me it looks a little darker. That's why I was wondering if there was a little bit of crystal or something.
No crystal in either.
Okay.
Just more malt.
Just more.
They're both great.
Yeah.
Nice.
Different water
You
profiles.
had me at dry hot the fuck out of it.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say.
That's all it takes.
And you definitely did. How many IBUs go in the kettle-ish? Except because are you just pretty much expecting it all to be in a dry hop or at Whirlpool or something?
It's hard to say IBU numbers because there's so many different ways to do it.
Yeah.
We could put it in a hop back, and who knows what we're getting. We could put it in at Flame Out. We could put it in a Whirlpool. Our software tells us it's probably about 30 IBUs in the kettle.
Okay.
And then a heavy dry hop.
Got it.
On the hazies, anyway.
Okay. Well, I like them both. I could drink all these beers again.
Yeah, very nice.
I might go back to the first ones.
Yeah.
And then
Wait,
end
the first
with,
one's like the dark ones?
Yep. And
All
then
right.
and then end with the West Coast. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Just all of them again.
I'm also
One more
mixing.
round.
I'm mixing in a Pilsner here in the middle too.
Oh, so am I.
Society's
That's my
Pilsner.
side.
Yeah.
That's my side beer as well.
I have to have a little taste of home. I recently moved from San Diego, so this was the only San Diego beer you have on the board.
Yeah. So I had a sad experience at the Sacramento Beer Festival this weekend.
Oh, we're going to talk about that?
Yeah.
Call out society?
I have to do it because they know I love them so much, so I hope I don't break anybody's heart here. But I had the first Society beer I didn't like. And this Pilsner is redemption, so back to one of the best beers I've had in a long time. Yeah, their pale ale I didn't like very much. And maybe there's nothing wrong with it. I don't know.
Was it the English pale ale?
No, I don't know. It just said pale ale. It could have been.
I thought it was called. Was it called the
they have
Statesman?
English
Is that what?
Yeah,
Is that what it
Statesman.
was?
They had it on here, Statesman.
Yeah.
We did?
I liked it a lot.
I'm
But
glad.
I think I liked it here. Maybe I just didn't like it there.
Well, it could have been two
Yeah.
different pale ales. I don't know.
Was it called Statesman?
I'm not sure. That's
What
what
it was here.
because I thought they had Harlot and Statesman, but I know they had Harlot because that's what I had, and it was great.
Yeah.
And I
All
had
their
the
beers are great.
Statesman, I liked it.
I'm saying in all the years I've been drinking their beers, the first one I didn't like.
Yeah.
And why didn't you like it?
I don't know. Maybe I had like a Moksa beer before, and it was really good. And then I was like, "Oh shit, nothing compares anymore."
Yeah,
I'm ruined.
Maybe Doug brewed it instead of Travis. That might have been the problem.
Dougie, go back to the office.
I love those guys.
So do we. Anyhow, I'm enjoying their Pilsner. Is that what it is?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's good. Just making sure. I'm loving this double IPA there. So we have on
Guess
set.
what hops are in that?
Yeah. So you guys have another yeast you run for the Pilsner you make?
No, that one's just the
Cal Ale yeast?
Yeah, the neutral. Yeah, basically it's a Pilsner recipe
Pilsner
with the
malt.
ale yeast. Finish it in 14 days and put it back on tap.
And you ferment that a little colder, or do you just go with the ale temperature?
No, ale temperatures. We dry hop that one as well with Czech saws. Dry hop that one, and that's the one that we want to keep. That's like the brewer's beer, you know. That's
And does it have a Pilsner malt flavor to it? I mean,
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah,
Nice.
No, it's really nice that especially we don't have the time to do lagers right now. Eventually, we hope to, but right now we're just trying to get out beer as fast as possible, and that was a good way to propagate the yeast and it's going to have something a little bit more approachable and non-IPA, non-Imperial Stout on the board.
Nice.
Do you call it a Pilsner?
No, we call it a dry hop Pilsner style ale.
Okay.
Style
Thank
ale.
you.
At least you're honest.
Thank you for that.
That sounds way better than Golden Ale. Right?
Yeah.
That's a little bit more enticing. I would order that over a Golden Ale.
I appreciate that as one of these people who doesn't want to drink a Pilsner and instantly go, oh, this is fucking hot.
Right.
It's hot fermented. I hate it.
You just want to know.
Yeah.
I want to know. I want to know so I can be informed. I mean, I would drink it either way probably, but I want to know.
Yeah.
So I can go, oh, pale ale? I'll have a pale ale instead of the hot Pilsner. But it sounds good. I would. You know what I mean? I don't know. I like being. I
think that's the new style, the hot Pilsner.
It is, and I'm trying to kill it as fast as possible.
We should change the description on that beer.
You know what? If you even named it Hot Pills, believe it or not, I think you'd sell the shit out of it that way.
Sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
Dang.
That's the best way to frame that style.
It sounds
With
counterintuitive.
like some rockabilly artwork on it or something like that. Like
Hot pills.
Like
Hot
two pills, popping two pills. Dude. Fuck yeah.
Oh, wait,
two pills crossed.
Yeah.
Like crossed but when flaming instead of flaming dice.
Hot pills.
Hot pills.
We just saw JP go from hating a style to loving a style.
To marketing it.
To owning it, yeah. That's my style now. Hot Pills.
I get 10% of all sales.
All right, well, a couple of things it looks like you have going on the 10th of this month. You've got a bottle release happening?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so Thick Nibs, which we haven't tasted. Thick Nibs is a collaboration with our friends over at Ball Logic. It was on our opening tap list. An Imperial Stout with cacao nibs. We boiled that for 6 hours, which was all day.
Why? Why did you boil it for 6 hours?
Why not? They had 6 hours in a day.
I love it. We don't have
24 hours in a day. Why not?
We don't have time to do lagers right now, but we can boil for 6 hours. We can recirculate for 100 days. Anyway, go on with it.
It was kind of just an experimentation. What flavors can we produce from that? What viscosity, what flavors can we get from a 6 hour boil? So with that, with the sugars just interacting with the heat for over that period of time, we were able to extract a little bit more or develop a little bit more kind of like dark caramel toffee flavors that we think work well with the cacao nibs that we introduced to it. So that was and also the grain bill was very caramel malt heavy. So we wanted really that like toasty caramel Maillard reaction kind of feel to it, and that's what we got in an Imperial Stout.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, so that'll be our first ball release, and
that's happening on March 10th, right?
March 10th, yeah.
All right, so you can go out to go to moksabrewing.com and you'll be able to check out where we're talking about to go do this. You can, I'm sure you'll post it on the website so people can remember.
Social media, website. Yeah.
Sounds like you've sold out of every release you've done pretty quickly, so people need to get there.
Yeah, we're very fortunate and very grateful for the support that we got in Rocklin and the Sacramento area. So
that's great.
You know, that's awesome. We look forward to having a lot of guests in from not only the extended areas, but also hopefully around the world. We have some nice collaborations in the works, and yeah, it's going to be fun.
Excellent. Well, if you ever want to collaborate on an IPA with JP, I'm sure he's available.
I'm ready. Yeah.
Hot Pills IPA.
Hot Pills IPA. Fuck,
It just keeps getting better.
Yeah.
It's a whole brand.
I think it'd be great.
Really.
That's my new. I'm going to trademark this.
Hot
real fast.
Pills
Hold
right
on.
now.
Yep.
You need to go save the website quickly.
Hot Pills.
You've got about 45 seconds before one of our listeners does it.
Hot Pills for Women on Alibaba already.
Already there.
Yeah.
What is that?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I don't know.
Sounds like a roofie site.
Yeah,
Are you sure
right,
that's not-
yeah.
Are you not on the dark web?
It's a hot pill. Shit, I do have that browser
Yeah.
open.
You need to close that browser quickly.
Yeah.
Apparently, you can take cayenne pepper pills.
Why?
I don't know.
Is that the hot pills that women are taking?
To boost your energy and metabolism.
I see.
Huh.
Damn,
What
we're
work
so
does you
close.
take them from?
Yeah.
Shove them up your butt?
I don't think you want to do that.
Oh, man.
It's in the pee
Really
hole.
hot pills.
What about PILLZ?
Pills.
Did you try
Now
this?
you're just
Actual
ruining it.
pills?
Now you're just ruining it.
Aw. It had to be pure.
PILZ.
Is
that-
available?
I think that would be fine.
There you go.
Okay.
I do have a question
Ask
in the chat
John
room.
at Beer Law Center. Go ahead.
After 6 hours of boil, did the guys need to add some water back?
No. We just run with it. So
Well, you
with
must
the
have
girls-
planned for that, right?
Yeah, we did water a little bit higher, and then with the expectation of boiling off so much beer, we do have an ending volume inside, so we just slaughter a little bit higher, which our boil kettle allows for, and then boil off for 6 hours and. Go off, do some chores and errands, and have lunch. And,
Plant some trees to offset your carbon
come
footprint.
back, realize there's still 2 hours left in your boil, which is
Wow.
longer than most boils at that point in time.
Take a nap.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Wow. That's great. All right, people should be excited about trying that beer. Go to moksabrewing.com and check it all out. You can look at their food and events over there. You can see where to find the beer, which is pretty much at the tasting room, and what beers they have going on. So check that all out. I got to get us to a break. Guys, thank you so much for coming in. Not just for coming in here, but bringing us amazing beer. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I've been listening to this podcast, or at least the Brewing Network, for over 10 years. So
wow,
it's pretty nice coming back or coming on here for the first time. It's good feeling, good, pretty emotional.
Well, come back
Yeah.
as you make more beer. Bring it back to us, and I'm happy to have invented Moksa Brewing Company. Basically,
Oh, you're welcome.
the Brewing Network.
Thank you.
Which is really, I'm sure, tasty and Doc and other people. But all right, thank you guys. I really appreciate it.
Hey, thank you.
Like I said, go to moksabrewing.com. Also, go to beersmith.com. If you want to make great beer like these guys, go to beersmith.com. Get your free 21-day trial. It's the best brewing software on the market, and it does cool things like all the things you don't even know you needed to do. Beersmith.com, a wonderful sponsor. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll do our Twitter game, which I'm excited about tonight.
Me too.
What
Good
was
stuff.
it again? Oscar movie name?
Yeah, if we made a movie, what Oscar category would we win?
Okay.
Or what award would we win?
What award? All right.
I don't even know anymore.
We'll do that and more when we come back right here on the session. Thanks for hanging out.
You're listening to the Brewcasters. On the Brewing Network.
Grog tags aren't just for labeling your home brews to hand out to your friends. They're the perfect way to round out your personal brewing marketing. Bringing your latest beer to a funeral? Craft a metal sign to go with it. Heading out to little Liam's bar mitzvah? Grog Tag custom bottle caps are awesome. Couldn't get out of jury duty this year? Grog Tag the hell out of the deliberation room with reusable labels. Grog Tag has an awesome array of products just waiting to be customized by you. Metal signs, coasters, tasting mats, bottle caps, tap handles. It's all there waiting for your designs at Grog Tag. Liven up your next party with the widest selection of custom products ever offered by a sponsor of the Brewing Network. Grog Tag. At least your beer will look good.
Since 1979, Williams Brewing has offered the finest equipment and freshest ingredients and the best customer service in the business. Check out their brand new patent-pending Mash and Boil 110-volt electric mashing and boiling unit. This compact all-stainless unit lets you mash, sparge, and boil just about anywhere that has a 110-volt plug. Double-wall construction adds to efficiency and safety, and a precise thermostat keeps temperatures where you want them. Unlike insulated buckets and converted coolers, multiple temperature rest mashing is easy to do, all for under $300. They also feature the Mark II work pump, a magnetic drive high-temperature pump that does the work of pumps that cost twice as much, as well as exclusive Brewer's Edge regulators and quality Keg King kegs and disconnects. Check them out today at williamsbrewing.com to brews their vast selection. With over 20 years of experience making world-class craft beer and more than 100 gold medals in international competitions, Moylan's Brewing Company is not just a pretty face in craft beer. Just ask Brendan Moylan.
What do we got here? The beer of the hour. Moylan's, gotta love that big M. It's like a sign of awesomeness. Woo-hoo! It's got an extra kick to it. Let's pour this bad boy. Oh,
easy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Moylan's. The end of the night when the kids are finally in bed, the wife's in bed, nobody's bothering your ass anymore. That's Moylan's time. Moylan's is for you. Yeah. It's to help you out. Yeah. It helps me out.
What?
Well, because it's freaking awesome. Northern California brewed. It's brewed with love.
With love?
Oh, yeah. Tremendous. And it's always best where?
Moylan's.
You gotta try it. On tap at Moylan's in Novato. They're freaking awesome. Not only because I own the brewery, because I love the beer.
Cheers!
Boom.
Kilt Lifter Scotch Ale takes big beers to a whole new level with rich malt balanced perfectly with delicate hops, and now comes in 4-pack tall boy cans so you can take the party on the go. Or come to the brewery, take a tour, and try any of Moylan's fresh creations right from the source. Check them out at moylans.com.
Hey, my brewing brothers and sisters. This is Jamel Zainashev, and I want to tell you about Heretic Evil Twin. You might be familiar with my homebrew recipe, which uses massive late hopping to create a balance between the malty sweet and the hoppy bitter, along with an outrageous malt and hop character. I wanted a beer with the same bold hop and malt character, so we played around with the homebrew recipe until we were able to make a great commercial version too. We've created a beer rich in malt character, full of caramel, toast, biscuit, and an ever so subtle roast note. On top of that, we piled in an insane amount of Citra and Columbus hops at the end of the boil, as well as in dry hopping. This damn-the-cost approach to hopping gives Heretic's Evil Twin a great blast of citrus and tropical fruit that can't be matched by any other hop. The result is a bold, malty, hoppy, but easy-drinking beer. This is our top seller, our flagship beer, and I couldn't be prouder of it. Cheers.
To find Heretic beers near you, click on Find Some at hereticbrewing.com.
If you work in retail sales, the restaurant industry, or are a new craft beer enthusiast, or you know someone who is, you have got to check out Beer 101. Beer 101 is an online course created for anyone wanting a quick introduction to the vast world of craft beer. Beer 101 covers the history of beer, brewing ingredients and processes, vital stats like ABV, SRM, IBU, and gravity, styles, tasting, glassware, and pairing beer with food. The Beer 101 course is offered by the Brewers Association at craftbeer.com. Also home to the truly awesome Beer Style Finder, a visual guide to every beer style. Quickly play with color, bitterness, and alcohol content to interactively explore the entire world of beer styles with a gorgeously designed interface to your favorite beverage. The new Beer 101 course and new Beer Style Finder are only available at craftbeer.com. Craftbeer.com, celebrating the best of American beer.
The Brewcasters are back. It ain't 401 beer.
Whatever.
Yeah, welcome back to the program. Thanks to Moksa Brewing Company for being on the show with us. Big things ahead for those guys, I think. I predict. Just based on the quality of that beer. It was real good. Real good. This segment is brought to you by Brewers Publications, the leading publisher of contemporary and relevant brewing literature for today's craft brewers, home brewers, and beer enthusiasts. Brewers Publications started in 1986 with Greg Noonan's now classic book, Brewing Lager Beer, the most comprehensive book for home and microbreweries. Today, there are nearly 50 Brewers Publications titles, print and digital, and a beer book to fit most needs. Whether you're just discovering beer or are a seasoned professional, Brewers Publications is the go-to choice for authors, brewers, and craft beer aficionados. Browse the complete catalog at brewerspublications.com. And we thank them for being a longtime sponsor here on the Brewing Network.
Hell, you can browse it, you can bruise it. Do whatever you want.
That's right.
But just do it.
If you're looking to get your message out to home brewers or craft brewers, you can visit thebrewingnetwork.com and visit the contact page. There's an advertising link right there, and JP will be happy to help you out. He can give you any kind of promotions you're looking for, from small budgets to big budgets. We can help you out. And honestly, not to toot our own horn, but we're like the best advertising avenue in beer.
Yeah, absolutely.
We have a very good audience.
It's huge. You can do the magazine thing if you want, if you're, but
we have very targeted audience.
Like 1986 called, and they want their advertising avenue back.
Yeah, and their paper.
And people even know JP.
So if you've been a past guest or you have a new product or whatever you're looking for, go to thebrewingnetwork.com, click the contact button, and you'll find an advertising link right there. We'll send you all the information you need to learn about how great we are. I love telling people how great we are.
It's kind of
I'm proud of
what we do. I mean,
Should be.
honestly, ask yourself, when's the last time you engaged with a print ad?
Exactly.
When you read a magazine and that wasn't Sky Mall, and you went home and Googled that company and looked up the thing and engaged the thing.
Right.
10 years? I mean,
Maybe.
I don't even know if I've ever done it.
Yeah. And if you need more proof, just look at how many of our sponsors have been with us for so long. You've been listening to them for years. And I know sometimes you go, we have to listen to that ad, we have to listen to that ad. But for one, those people have supported us for a long time. But two, just imagine how effective it must be if they're still with us. Some of them over 10 years long. And it's just because it works. So, check it out. We can help. We're good at what we do. You should be proud, Tasty.
I'm very proud.
Good. When you croak, at your funeral, I want to be like, just check out this guy's body of work.
By the way, you're going to have to speak there.
Will you let me?
Sure.
You bet your ass. You know me, though. I'm a softie like you. I start crying. I'll be like, oh, Dave.
It's all right. Everybody else will be crying, too. No problem.
Does he have a trust that will continue to pay so we have a board with sounders of his quotes so he can continue to be a part of the show?
Yeah, it's like a $35 trust for that board.
Right,
That's fine.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
That's a piece of cake.
I think Twitter game is...
That's our body of work.
What is each one of us going to throw down
on that?
as the casket gets lowered down?
Can we have a Twitter game at your funeral, Tasty?
I don't know if we should. I mean, not respect for me. I don't give a shit. I'll be dead.
Yeah.
But my relatives and my not so rowdy friends.
We need to have a private wake for people who just know.
Because the family's not going to.
Oh no! I'm going to have a fucking party. There's a budget for it. Nobody has to pay for beer.
No, JP's saying like a separate one, just so that we can be the assholes that we are.
Right. It's a party. The wake you can just be proper.
So we can
at the party you can get up and all talk like.
Okay.
Remember that time that teacher.
I see.
Okay, most of your.
That's where I need you.
Dead,
I don't need you at the wake.
We can do whatever we want.
I'm talking about the funeral.
Yeah.
The wake is the big. Yeah. The party is the
funeral
wake.
Is.
I don't want to go to the wake.
I'll rent a hotel.
I'll be a crying puddle of mess. But at the party, I could probably get it together.
There's a lot of crying to be done between here. Just every time you cry now for somebody you lost or something you lost, just realize it's going to get worse.
Yeah.
And
I'm going to be at every part.
Pretty soon you go like, I got this shit.
I'll be at the death outline part. I'll be at.
You assume he's going to get murdered,
right?
Oh, I'd like to go like that.
They're going to call it violently. They will call
Frankly,
it that.
so would I. What if especially if you're murdered by like a rabid BN fan who's just like, I can't live without you. Offs you.
I'll probably do death by cop because I'll be like, I got so many. I'm so old and decrepit.
Death by cop. That's a thing,
But
it is.
Yeah. It's going to take him like 11 minutes to get all the way out to Clayton.
Right. Well, we're going to have to make a pact, Tasty, because if I'll speak at yours, I am right there with you on the decibel. So will you speak at mine?
Sure. It's a reciprocal agreement.
There we go.
Only fair trade. That's how it works.
I think that's a fair trade.
I think you'll be fine for the funeral, fine for the wake, because after 3 days of pulling a weekend at Bernie's with this motherfucker, when he finally goes,
oh man,
you're going to be fine.
You're right.
You're going to be fine.
I'll be so high.
Yeah, you'll be good, dude. Don't worry about it.
So we do have permission to weekend at Bernie's, Tasty?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Oh, sorry.
Wouldn't
Are you asking me or Tasty?
It'd be funny, like at the BrewCon, which we call NHC, Home Brewers Conference.
Yeah.
If we had like made up like a dummy Tasty that we did, like a bunch of people were doing the Bernie thing, which would be so cool. It'd have to be enough like me that would people go like, oh yeah, I see what you're getting.
It would be you.
It just can't be some dummy.
No, it would be you. Yeah.
And you know what
I'm sort of a load,
You know what I like about that, Tasty, is I like it when people just think we're complete idiots.
We are.
And there'll be enough people there that are like, that is so disrespectful. I can't believe those guys are doing that. And that just makes me happy.
Oh, yes.
How about we do it when you're still alive?
Me?
No, him.
Just weird.
We could dance him around like he's dead. Bernie.
Is he dead? Is he not?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I missed something. I thought that was the plan. I thought that's what we were talking about. I thought we were going to do this at HomebrewCon.
This year?
We're going to make a tasty dummy, make it look like him.
Yeah, I was thinking a dummy, but he's thinking like post.
No, I'm talking about.
So you and I were on the same page.
Tasty.
Doc took it too far.
I have always said I wanted to do like a Tasty funeral while you were still alive. I've said that to you.
To practice one.
I was thinking about a birthday party, like a region area party, and like and do like a birthday party, which would be sort of like
this is a good idea,
a pre thing.
Yeah, but a death one would be better though, because no one cares about a birthday party. But
first we know you die.
It's customary as you get older. You want to have like a when you get when you go like, man, what's this pain about? This lump wasn't here yesterday.
Yeah, well,
wait a minute, I got a bunch of lumps.
Here's what I imagine the Tasty's like regional birthday party would be like. That scene in The Great Outdoors, where they go and pay the respects to a 101-year-old man because that's what you do, and then he's dead. He died right there, just sitting there, and they have to go wash their hands because that's what I imagine.
That would be fantastic.
No, we'd have a party.
Yeah,
it'd be a party. No,
on this note,
I'm thinking this August, by the way.
I randomly ran into Julian Strego in Denver about a week ago.
Yeah.
He happened to be there. I was at a brewery. He walks up, says, "Hey," we had a few beers, and
I saw him at Celebrator party.
And it kind of in the middle of it, he goes, I don't know where this came from, but he goes, "Hey, how the fuck old is Tasty anyway?" And I was like, I don't know.
Like all the women
I don't know. He won't tell us, and nobody really knows. Yeah. And we started throwing out numbers, and but it
kind of goes like he's got to be older than that.
Well, he's asking him how long you got.
He thought, honestly, I'm gonna be honest. I thought you were the oldest. Everyone else was picking.
Well, you know me, but you see
numbers.
Me over here in this terrible lighting. And I'm like stoned and drunk.
Yeah.
Both,
The BN HR files.
This isn't my best look
from everybody.
They are sealed. And
first off, what are you getting at?
Nothing. I just thought it was interesting that Julian asked, and I was like,
fine.
We used to ask that question all the time, but the fucker keeps living, so we stopped asking how old he is anymore. You just keep going and going.
I keep getting older, though. I did notice.
It's all a good thing.
I hope I'm not jinxing you right now.
Yeah, knock on wood.
I feel like I knew how old you were, and I forgot.
Oh, you used to know?
Yeah.
It's better that you forget. Nobody should know.
I actually forgot.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I think I've had to give my birthday on to Bevo for some travel or some reservation.
I think that's exactly what it was
airplane
for,
reservation for me.
She kept
I
your
go like,
secret
here
safe.
it goes.
Yeah, she kept your secret safe.
I think I'm almost 100% sure I looked it up. Like I did the math because I wanted to know.
Holy fucking shit!
Do you remember if your response was "oh" or "holy shit"?
Older
no,
than
I think it was. Huh.
Just be polite. Like, oh man, he's a lot older than I thought.
No, I That's what it was.
Dead now.
I wasn't overwhelmed by how amazingly old you were, or
give me your slightly surprised reaction. Like,
like if it had surprised
I think she just did twice.
Yeah. No, that's your no. Fine, okay. What's the low end of the surprise? What's that sound like? What's the high end of surprise? All right. Thank you. I got some reference.
Yeah.
Okay. Why would you have that reaction?
Here we go.
Oh, dear.
He's lying.
All right, let's do our
Twitter game
results.
All right, let's do that.
What was our Twitter game question?
Our Twitter game question was, if we made a movie, what award would we win for it?
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Because the Oscars were last night.
Okay.
Can we have music?
No.
Can't have music.
I don't have any.
Well, and it's not allowed.
We fired our producer a long time ago.
Which one?
Yes.
All of them. Christian Smith writes in, and he says, the Little League Participation Award. Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Sounds about right.
Yeah, which is pretty much, I think,
suitable for framing.
Find a Post-it.
Find a Post-it, and then post it.
Here we go.
Oh, yeah.
Post it is a verb and a noun.
21st century.
Ramsey says, obviously not for sound editing. Otherwise, Justin would never come back.
True. That's true.
Right?
Also, we
didn't ask what we weren't going to
We
win
also
for.
would never deserve it. Our sound is so up and down.
Nobody gets what they want.
That's what you get for live content.
Lesher House says, the Clint Eastwood Award given to the most curmudgeonly crew at the awards show.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
That would be the award given for us showing up to the award show, not for the movie. But, it's fine.
If anybody in the audience,
I'm good with it.
I mean, the movie would reflect the same curmudgeon, so.
For sure.
I mean, if we have to make a movie to get an award,
Also,
might as well.
I think it would just
who
be...
knows who the Leshers are?
It'd be a movie about us being at the last awards show being curmudgeon. So I think we could just do this whole thing. Jeff Engel says, best public service feature of why you should stay in school.
Okay. I get it.
Which is true. Michael
Waywaslawiga
says best supporting actress to Cousin Lotka for her role in From Chechnya with Love.
I love Cousin Lotka.
Oh, she's the best.
I will forward that message.
And then
we had a lot this.
He broke me. That's, I think, the follow-up from Chechnya with Love is he broke me.
From Chechnya.
Bokanananon says best silent movie adaptation of a podcast. Which I don't know why I found slightly amusing.
I like that.
It's pretty ridiculous. And that's it. Those are our entries.
Hey, I'm so right. They're all long.
Yeah, well.
Of a
entries.
podcast. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. A lot of good ones here. I like the Little League Participation Award.
Yeah,
I really like the not for sound editing. Because it's true, if I got it, that would be that. It's like the pinnacle of my career.
Right.
But I'm going to eliminate that one because it just could never happen. It's not feasible.
Besides the setup of us making a movie.
The rest is so feasible. I really, really like the Clint Eastwood Award. That's got a star by it. That's going to be in the vote.
What was the Clint Eastwood one?
It's in the running.
That we would be so curmudgeon.
Oh, the curmudgeon was the Clint Eastwood Award.
Yeah.
Okay.
Best Public Service Award for why you should stay in school. I do like that one.
We have a doctor in the house. He stayed in school for a while.
I feel like in the house is air quotes.
I was in the house.
So is Doctor. What was the best support? I only wrote down half of it. What's the best supporting actor one?
Best supporting actress to Cousin Lotka for her role in From Chechnya with Love.
I love it. I'm going to eliminate it because it's a small segment of our listenership, although my favorite segment. Who knows those inside jokes?
People admit Cousin Lotka.
Best silent adaptation of a podcast is definitely clever. And most Oscar-like, actually. So I was gonna take it out, but you know what? I'm going to leave it in. So I've got 4 here right now. We're going to need some nominations to keep.
I'm a fan of the curmudgeon.
Yeah. Okay. So I
keep thinking of a T-shirt that shows the outlet of all us podcasters.
Yeah.
And our curmudgeon glory.
I like this.
Like hoodies and.
That's really us, too.
And cargo shorts, whatever we do.
We are a curmudgeonly bunch.
That's how we'd show up for the awards.
I've never seen you in cargo shorts.
Any other nominations?
To me, it was between that one and the silent film adaptation of a podcast.
Yeah, I think both of those are my.
Yeah. Okay, so those are the two. Bevo, unless you want to not, those are Bevo's two also. All right, then we're going to do the old hand raise.
Oh shit! I forget how this works.
Raise your hand. Don't worry, it's in the question.
Sort of like
it's in the statement.
This could be in the movie because it doesn't make any sound.
It's among the Academy.
Raise your hand if it's the Clint Eastwood Award for curmudgeonly people. All right, we got 2 votes there, and then raise your hand if it's the best silent adaptation of a podcast. That's our winner.
Right.
4 votes.
Yeah,
great job. Good choice.
Bokonon.
Sure, we're
Bokonon. Hope he's not part of Boko
Can we
Haram.
play a clip?
It's so good, I'm going to draw a little circle around it.
Wow.
Even though it's just going in the garbage.
You know what?
Away. Bevo, I want you to send my little note this time with the prize pack. That way
an extra bonus.
They can see how
Stick it on that
can see
window.
how official the voting is. With my
First off, JP,
scratches.
the writing's on the other side of that note.
Yeah, but it doesn't stick on that side.
Yeah, fine.
I forgot how they work.
I'm looking
More
at it.
stuff for the spank.
He's
bank.
the doctor, by the way.
Whoa!
Spank bank.
Yeah, Justin's note.
Yeah.
Not my spank bank.
Oh,
okay.
I thought you really liked my hand, my scribbles.
No.
And no.
If you were a doctor, you would have pointed it the other way.
Well, speaking of Spank Bank, if you go to adamandeve.com right now, they are determined to help you spice things up in the bedroom, and they're backing up that promise. So check this out. You can go to adamandeve.com, get 50% off almost any item when you enter coupon code BNARMY at checkout, BNARMY. And that's a good deal in and of itself, but backed by popular demand and for a limited time only, you're also going to get a free Big O kit. And who doesn't love the Big O? Adam and Eve's Big O kit includes their exclusive Climax gel, which, I don't know, I'm afraid of that kind of stuff.
I think at our age, we don't really need it. But I think at Doc's age...
At any age as a man, did you ever need help climaxing? Look at my whole... basically...
Well, I assume it's for the other girl.
For you.
I think it's for the girl.
For the other girl?
First off, you guys...
Right. I party. I don't know. What do you want?
No,
I get it.
you don't.
Because I was thinking, my climax time has gone from 12 seconds to maybe 45 in the years that I've been alive.
Mm-hmm.
I get it though; it's not for me. Interesting.
It's for me.
Interesting. So what's the
there
point?
are things for other people.
You know what? I'm pretty good with that.
Plus a mini vibrator. Blah 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 blah. You'll also get your entire order sent to you for free. So hurry, take advantage of this limited time offer. You can choose a new adult toy, a naughty movie, or almost anything else. And when you choose that one item at 50% off, you're going to get free shipping plus the Big O kit with the Climax gel and the mini vibrator. And you won't find this deal anywhere else. Which is probably a lie. I mean,
why do you want a mini vibrator?
But you help us by using this deal. Use coupon code BNARMY, BNARMY at checkout at adamandeve.com. And thanks to them also for being a sponsor for so long.
Great sponsor.
Who would have thought they would have stuck with us for this long?
Really great.
Right.
Stuck to us like Climax, Joe.
Right.
They should give us the worst live read award over the years for what we do with their ads.
They've been awesome.
Yeah, and apparently so have our listeners using that coupon code. Otherwise, they wouldn't stick around. Yet another example of how advertising on the Brewing Network works.
Yeah. I'm still holding out for the factory tour.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for Bev to hook it up, but she refuses. Absolutely refuses.
Isn't that like
wasn't it in
Missouri
Minnesota?
or
no? It's in North Carolina.
It's like
North Carolina. Is it in Asheville?
I think it's outside of Asheville. I think it's like an hour. We looked it up one time. Right?
Is it worth the drive?
I mean, it sounds like it.
Yes.
Yeah, because you go to the warehouse, I imagine, and there's a pallet of dildos, warehouse. And you go, every one of those dildos is going to be inside of somebody at some point.
Plus,
that's kind of cool.
We would also clearly drive the BNRV if we ever did this. And do you realize how many dildos we can fit in that thing?
We could melt some dildos.
With the trailer? We could have a trailer.
Hey, dude.
You can fix leaks with dildos.
I think that's how they measure suspension rating.
Even if you have one dildo per state,
on the way there.
That would be kind of amazing to work up a gag, no pun intended.
Okay, well,
and see how many, if they could fill the RV with dildos, and how many dildos it would be. Like if we did the video on being on the road.
Yeah, call Guinness.
Like a guess, like how many dildos fit
in the
inside
bunker.
the RV.
There's a jar of 5 dildos next to the RV.
For scale.
Right. So how many are in the RV?
That's a great bit.
We might have to have a
I feel like we can go on a
backup
tour
RV
with that bit.
I feel like, though, we would have to purchase those dildos.
I don't think so. I think that's worth it.
No, I think it'd be a national phenomenon.
That promo is worth
Plus
its
the
weight
trailer,
in dildos.
the trailer, pull the trailer behind it full of fleshlights.
Yeah.
Shit happens once.
The trailer
happened.
is the runner-up prize.
Yeah.
If you can guess how
Most
many
fleshlights.
flashlights are in the trailer and how many dildos are in the RV.
Yeah.
You don't know.
What, JP, as usual.
You don't know.
You're onto something.
Yeah, I've come up with a good idea that will never be executed.
Yeah.
Well,
I love
unfortunately, Adam, he doesn't listen to us.
No.
They just see our number.
Honestly,
thank God.
we should email them. Let's do that. Because maybe they'll fly us out.
So
No.
have
That's
this
the point.
idea.
The point is,
We can press our luck.
we got to make it all the way there.
Stay with me.
I have
Stay with me.
contact.
The BNRV, I'm not going to say it's in good shape, but it can make it there. You know.
Oh, wait, really?
So I'm going to drive it to NHC this year, and then I'm just going to keep driving it.
Yeah.
I thought you'd leave it.
I mean, like,
No. I mean, I might end up leaving it somewhere.
go north, you mean, or just keep going in circles? What are you gonna do?
A valid question, Tasty.
Way too many
has a lot of
dildos.
one-way streets.
Well, I'm going to go the northern route east because I've never done that.
Oh.
So, we've
High
had a
desert.
couple guests on, like from Montana. I'm going to go that way. I'm just going to, I think I'm going to keep going after NHC.
That's kind of towards the
Because I'm done
dildo
with,
belt.
we're done with our big events by then until the Great American Beer Festival.
Okay.
I've got some new ways to get content. In fact, I'm going to be posting some later this week that I just developed in Colorado. Some different video content, and I've always wanted to do it anyway. And I'm thinking,
You told me I'm out of a job.
no, not at all. That part will be up to you guys because I can either do shows from the road to give you guys a break, or we can mix, or you can do shows here. We'll figure all that out.
Yeah.
But
Could
the
you fly
idea
me
is
out to Wyoming for like a little cameo?
I do actually want
I'm available.
people to meet me at different parts on the trip, and those of you who can handle being in the RV can do that
I don't know
as
what
well.
the RV thing. I'll meet you out there.
That's what I'm saying. Those of you who can handle it. So that's my tentative plan right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many dildos are going to be in the RV?
We won't know till we get to
Well, let's
Asheville.
pitch the offer.
How many are you bringing it up?
I think we're going to call the trip Destination Dildos Asheville, and
Destination Dildo has a good ring to it.
Oh, yeah.
so too. It's my new series.
Are you thinking about coming down into Asheville?
Well, they have tooth water.
Well, I don't know. I'll go through Montana and then into
I wanna go to
Wyoming,
Montana with you.
which
Are
is
those
not
words?
right next to Montana, but something.
I
But
hear you.
eventually into Wyoming. I will then drop down into Colorado because I'll need like a little break,
Right.
and then potentially, depending on how the schedule's going and how you guys are feeling about shows and who can meet me. Maybe continue on to Asheville. I don't know. I don't really know. I'm just going to fly.
All right. Well, keep me posted.
I basically just want to live in my RV for a little while.
I think you should.
Is what's going to happen.
You could go down and fondle Texas for a little bit and then arc up.
That's way
into
too
North Carolina.
Texas would only be hit on the way back. That's
Unless
way
you're going right
down.
to Austin.
So you go through the back door.
You don't
to
want
get
to
to Texas.
fondle any part of Texas.
No,
Texas
Texas
too
is
big.
way out of the picture. I'm going the northern route.
Well, I'm interested. I'm interested. I may.
You're
I may
gonna have
have
a
to,
baby, keep
I
in
know,
mind.
right? So I may have to jump in and out. But I would be interested in doing that.
That's the part I
Because
like.
I like that shit.
And I know you do. And that's the part I actually thought was kind of cool is that some of us can jump in and out. It'll keep it interesting. You guys can get back to your life. So if Tasty wants to
I
meet
can see you dropping into St. Louis, my home turf back there.
I would love to do that.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about driving the RV up to Portland, so I'll pick up people on the way.
Are you just repeating what he just said?
Hey guys,
It's a different trip.
Different RV.
I got this great idea.
No,
I'm going to drive an RV to Portland.
And then maybe can then keep going.
No, different RV.
I
I don't know.
want to go with you to Montana
Same story,
so
different
that I
RV.
can check in on that job offer.
There's no job.
Wait, what?
What? There's no job.
Well, you have no job.
That's right.
Now.
Yeah, one of our guests
Right.
from Montana offered.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
Phillipsburg.
Yeah, You're allowed to go to Montana with me, but I'll be goddamned if I leave you there, Bevo. If I have to,
They have otters, Justin. Do you have otters?
I will. No,
I have an otter box.
Yeah.
For my phone. I don't
There's
know.
a shower in the RV. He could throw an otter in.
Yeah,
It would die.
I'll find some
You've been
wet
in that
slimy
RV
thing for you. How about that?
How about no?
So anyway, that's the tentative idea around HomebrewCon.
Sounds great.
It started with I was like, how could I save money on HomebrewCon, which was by driving up all of our equipment, and then I just thought, well, maybe I can get some content and keep going. So we will continue to discuss this idea, see if we can come up with a schedule, who will meet
brainstorm. I'll help you
along
out.
the way. That'll be great.
I know someplace.
And I might just drive that thing till it falls apart.
I think you should.
Somebody asked me, they're like, what are you going to do if it falls
Might get
apart
to
on the road?
Sacramento.
I was like, I'm going to fucking leave it right where it is.
I'm stuck there.
Get on an
Over to
airplane.
the airport and go.
Fuck it, yeah. Or maybe I'll just live
Right,
there.
yeah. I found my new home.
Yeah, here we go.
You can sell those dildos if you're on the way back.
Hey, wherever you go, there you are.
Yeah.
Never buy a dildo out of a RV.
Oh, sorry.
PSA.
Yeah.
That was the tone of experience.
Good tip.
That was. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say, never buy a dildo out of an RV. All right, well, we'll see how that goes.
Or always.
Yeah, unless it has a hop grenade on it.
That's right. All right, I think we're done here. Are we? Great. All right, next week on the program, we've got the legendary Speakeasy Brewing Company
Great regional brewery here.
in the studio. That's right. And I hope they're willing to talk about all the things because they were either very near or completely went out of business. And then
came out of liquidation.
And then came right back out. So and they've been around the Bay Area beer scene for a long time, a lot longer than most. So... And for some reason, we've never had them in the studio. So
either version. Yeah.
So next week, we got that going on. And then just a heads up, later on in the month, on the 26th to be exact, Russian River back in studio with us.
Nice.
And this time, both Natalie and Vinny are going to come join us. And we're going to talk about the beers of Russian River, of course. We're going to do a big night here at the Hop Grenade. If you want to plan your trip out, it's a good night to do it. We'll have a lot of their beers on tap. We're going to learn about their new brewery.
Yeah.
And this one's been a long time in the making because they're busy, but they've been wanting to come back on the show, and we finally nailed down a date. So who doesn't like a good Russian River show?
Oh, with both of them, of course.
And if you think about it, as successful as Russian River is, they have just been a longtime friend of the show. Yeah. I believe they were on in our first year broadcasting back in 2005.
That's true.
Yep. Which is very cool. In other words, we've really made them the brewery that they are.
Yeah, for sure.
We grew up together. We became world famous together.
That's right.
Thanks for giving me the heads up because I won't be here that night.
Yeah, I think one time Vinny promised me a really special recipe
It's on the
that he
calendar.
would give on the show.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm not going to mention the name.
Oh. You better remind him so he's prepared.
I will remind him, yes. Between
Does
now
it make
and
you
then.
younger?
Let's get him prepared.
No. It's,
Tasty the oldest? Is that what it's going to be?
no, it's one of his beers. But he said he'd never given the recipe away.
Oh, okay. Give him a reminder. So
I'll give him a reminder. I'll give him the old, put him in a headlock.
All right, so that one's on March 26th. And I think
there'll be a bunch of their beers on tap here, I assume?
That's right.
Great.
We're making a whole Russian River night out of it.
Nice.
And then just 5 days later is the Spring Brews Festival. So a lot happening in March with the Brewing Network. Come join us.
Yes.
For all these fun things. All right, Jip, you ready to get us out of here?
Sure, bro. Ham, why not?
Thanks, everybody, and thanks to Moksa. We'll see you next week.
I'm looking forward to it.
Thank you to our show sponsor, More Beer. You can get absolutely everything you need to make great beer at home by going to morebeer.com. Moksa Brewing was in the house tonight, all the way from Rocklin, California, which is like north somewhere. Head to moxabrewing.com to figure out where they are and then go drink their beer. Merge your love of Disneyland with your lack of engaging podcasts and go to earsuppodcast.com as JP, Terrence, Bevo, and Taryn talk about all things Disney. Get on Twitter for some good beer insight and homebrew info and follow Nate Smith at Nathan Homebrew, Mike McDowell at Tasty McD. Warren is stuck over at Another Beardy. JP, however, fully understands that Twitter is dead and you should follow him on Instagram at Major Jip. And Bevo is also hanging out on Instagram as well at Beverly Moore. Be sure to find the Brewing Network on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
JP's an asshole. Justin's a nice guy and winning the race. JP does great as his cherry.